Hey guys, tell me if you could hear me because I never know. It said something that my audio wasn't, I had to re-add it. Can you guys hear me? Hello everybody, I come in peace. Sweetheart, hey Kim, Coakley, can you guys hear me? Stephanie, hey. You want to come on again, Stephanie? Busy mama. Can you guys hear me or see me? I don't. Uh, Teresa, hey. I might be talking to myself because I don't know if you guys can hear me. It says I'm live. I've been live for 46 seconds. So, yes, you can hear me. April Teasy, hey. Angelina, hello. My DVR is set for tomorrow night. Miranda, I know mine is too. Mine is too. Yep. Hi, Darla. Catalan, Aussie Flag, what's up? So, you guys can hear me? Belinda, hey. Okay, cool. Can you see me? That was weird. When I started it said I had to reconnect my audio and video, but I never did it. It must have came. Angelina, what's up? Shine Janine, we hear you, see you. Now let's come and do something. Shiny Catcher Christy. I know, we'll talk. I just want to say hi to everybody. Um Florence, hey. Plus we have True Helper. If I don't know, True Helper said he'll be back. He might not be here. But I know he wants to come on and talk about this. If anybody else wants to, just please send me your email because I want to have people on to talk about this too. Randy's supposed to. I was supposed to go over his house, but he's busy getting the memorial plan for it's tomorrow for his brother, and so he couldn't do it today. But the text tip will be with you soon. Send me a link to my email. Okay, hold on. Let me send True Helper a link real quick. So hold on a second. So how's everybody doing though? I do want to hear, well, I've read a lot of comments on what you guys think about that new video, but I did want to say a couple of things. Hold on, let me send this to him here. Like I said, if anybody else wants to come chat about it, I would be so happy. I like having people on and talking. I don't know, it's fun to me to be able to talk to you guys like that too. And chat, even reading it's fun, but I would like to have some people on. Okay, so Halo. Okay, True Helper, I sent you it, so if you don't get it, let me know. Okay, so I love the neighbor's cam video with your. Wait, what did it say? With your. Hey, John. I haven't seen you. Are you new, John Merlino? I haven't. I don't. It's nice to see you here. I haven't seen you around. Hey, Fram. Angel and Grafted. Hey. Okay, you need to come on soon too. We'll plan something soon. I don't know. We'll talk about it. If you want to come on tonight too, but I don't know if you want to plan it a little more. Miss you. Oh, hello. Carol. Gigi. Okay. Rose. Hi, Rose. Dorothy. Gigi. Stephanie, do you want to come on? I went and checked out your channel, so you do some lives too. You'll have to let me know. I'll come check it out. I didn't realize that you were doing lives already, but that was awesome. Yeah, I checked out when it was after it already happened, but okay. So, hi, Julie. Yeah, I know. It's going on. Wow, it's probably going to go on 2 years, and we'll still until I guess until we get until we're satisfied with. I don't even know because I just don't think it's ever gonna. As far as NK, I just don't think anything's ever they're not gonna make anything of that. Like, I don't think she's ever gonna get in trouble, whether she was involved or not. So I don't know. I guess reading the comments, I would say more of you probably thought that it was her. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell from the comments. It sounds like a lot of you guys do still think that that is her walking out, but some of you guys don't. So, wow, I'm getting messages popping up from my comments too. Hold on a second. A person in the video was Chris, but I still think the girl was involved. Yeah, Darla, like that video wasn't about me saying that NK wasn't there that morning or that she wasn't involved, but it was just me saying that I really don't think that any of those was her. And I just wanted to clear a couple things up because I think some people were confused because a few people commented this. They said, well, Chris walks out with the socks, but then he never walks back with the socks because he goes and he walks out with his socks and then he goes and gets his truck and he reverses it back and then he walks on the other side of the truck. So that he doesn't walk back without the truck. So he does come back. KCF. But and my other thing is why I just don't understand if they went through all that trouble to dress alike to trick the cameras, which means that they were aware of the cameras, of the people's theory that they dressed alike so they would, on purpose. So that means they were aware of the cameras, and we know Chris was aware of them anyway. But so why wouldn't she just walk out the back? Like, why wouldn't she just park out the back along the fence? Somewhere by the condos parking lot, but she could have parked like right by the backyard and then just walked out back. He could have locked her out, locked her as she walked out. Why would she walk up front with him? And then if your answer is, well, maybe to help him, then why wouldn't she wait till he backed up the truck to walk out? Why would she walk out right in the open without being behind anything? Wait a couple minutes, wait till he pulls up the truck and then walk out. Why would she walk out right in the open? It just doesn't make sense that would be her any of the times that they walked out in the open. I mean, don't you think that'd be just silly? Either go out the back. I mean, you're committing a murder here. This is your life. You're not going to just, if you're going to plan it enough to wear the exact same clothes, which I don't think that's what happened, but of course, that's my opinion because there's a lot of people that do, but why, can you answer me, why not just go out the back door or why not just hide behind the truck? Just wait till Chris pulled it up and then just go on the other side of the truck and help him? I don't get that at all. Oh, it's buffering? Figures. You guys probably didn't hear anything I said, huh? Did you guys hear? Wait, what did that say? Shoot. This is going fast. I'm missing on it. Oh, thanks, Fred Like Wine. I have to give credit to Maybe, too. She helped me with this theory. Hey, Vincina! Jojo, hey, Florence. Was I buffering that whole time that I was talking? Oh, okay, you hear me perfectly. Everybody pray for Maybe. She's not feeling good, by the way, so I don't think she's gonna make it to the live tonight, unfortunately. Hey, Miss H, where the heck have you been? Wow, I haven't seen you around. How are you? Have you been all right? Sylvia, Fountain, go back out and come back in again. That will help. And okay, so what do you guys think about that? Why wouldn't she just go out the back? Or if you think because she wanted to help him, why would she just walk out in the open? Why wouldn't she just wait for him to pull the truck up? Just wait a couple minutes, wait for him to pull the truck up, and then you could walk on the other side of the truck where you would barely be seen. I just don't get it. Oh, maybe you are here. Now I feel like an idiot. Oh, hey. Wow, okay. Jennifer, hey. Let's see. I think NK was a part of this. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not saying that she wasn't there. I mean, I personally am leaning more towards that she wasn't, but I'm not saying, I still am not sure about if she was there, but I feel like I really don't think that was her walking out. Like, I feel like I just always see Chris. Oh, you've been in the hospital, Miss H? Are you okay? Because neighbor worked out early. She went to work, not sure, but she was saying she saw him leave in the morning. Yeah, I mean, I think because people were saying, "What about the red car?" I mean, I don't. I think that was Betty. I really do. You guys go watch. Go watch. What's her name? Oh yeah, go watch Leaping Lizard's video on the debunking the red car. I mean, I think she does a great job. I was gonna kind of point out some of the same stuff she did, but she did it good. So I mean, I'm not even sure if it's red. It could be because the taillights kind of make it look red. Because if you look at the back of Chris's car at one point, it kind of looks red from his taillights. But I mean, I think it's Betty. I mean, as far as because a lot of people were asking me on comments about that, I think it was Betty's car. She said she saw his tail, or she said she saw his lights on. She said she saw him around what 5:15, 5. I mean, that was like 5:18. I think he started his car because of the GPS. So I mean, that was the exact time she said she left for the gym. I don't know. But I know a lot of you guys do believe in that red car theory, so I don't know. That's why I want somebody to yeah, Dorsey. Yeah, hi Dorsey. I know. Yeah, he makes a point to talk about that like Saturday. If he would have went to the game, everything would have changed. But which, if now that we found out that he's been planning this for a couple weeks, how could that even be true? You know, hi nurse mommy. Yeah, so I mean, if I were to guess, I would get. I mean, I lean more towards the her not. She wasn't even there at all that morning, but I'm more open to that than I am. I'm having trouble seeing her NK there walking out. I just, for one thing, I don't see it. I mean, I always see Chris. It just looks obviously like Chris to me, but also because it just seems so silly that why would they plan it that much to dress alike, but then walk right in front of the camera? Just walk out back. And the thing with the red car, I don't understand. Why would you park in the yard when you're committing a murder? I mean, let's bring more attention and have a car parked in the yard. Just park on the street or park in the back if you want to hide it. Why would she? I don't understand why she would park in the yard. I mean, that would just be like a red flag, like, oh, shoot, there's a car parked in the yard. That would be noticeable. If somebody's parked in the road, people might not even remember, but if somebody's parked in the yard, people will be like, oh, shoot, yeah, there was a car parked in the yard because they will remember something like that. So I don't get the red car theory. I really don't, but that doesn't make sense to me either. But does any of you guys that do believe in that, or I don't even care what theory you believe in, but that would want to come on as a guest. I mean, even if you do, if we could debate that or what, I mean, whatever you want to talk about. Let's see. I better start reading this so you see what you guys are saying. Oh, thanks, Christina. You guys will be commenting in the future. Okay, yeah, please do. Exactly, Lady Jane. If wouldn't Betty have seen that car too? She doesn't say anything about the red car. I know she said something about that gray truck, but her days are a little bit mixed up. If you watch that interview, like if you like try to figure out the days, so I feel like she got a couple days mixed up. So that makes me think the gray truck day, maybe that was kind of mixed up of what day, because she said she saw his lights on that day, that morning after, because she said, oh, yesterday or whatever, but that would have been the morning after the murder, the month, or it would have been Tuesday morning. But he didn't go to work at Tuesday morning at unless if he went somewhere. But wasn't he under surveillance? That whole time. I don't know. There definitely is a lot of unanswered questions. And the ponytail thing, I checked that out today. And if you look, because there's a lot of things, you could see so many things when you screenshot it and you zoom it in and the pixels, you can kind of see whatever you want to see. I've been sent so many where I won't see something. People be like, do you see this? And they'll point out where they're seeing it, and then I'll see it. But if you watch a couple shots later, you see the same outline of what you're seeing because it's just the lights and the shadows. Even when Chris wasn't even in some of the shots, you could see the same outline of what you think you saw when he was right there. I know I'm not probably explaining this good, but my point is it's just like the way the lights are bouncing off everything in the shadows, and you just see like these figures and stuff. But as far as the ponytail, I did a couple of screenshots later, and you still see that little ponytail thing when he's not even in the frame because it's from the light. I don't know. Gosh, I should have. I need to learn how to share my own files so I could show you what I'm talking about. Because I can only share stuff online right now. I still haven't figured that out, but I don't know. I've analyzed it a lot, and I've seen things at first. I'll be like, oh my gosh, but then I check it like later, like as he's moving away from it, and you still see the outline of stuff. So you know it's not that person. It's just the shadows and stuff. Am I making sense at all? It's pretty far and it's not the best quality. Yeah, Dorsey, you're right. It is. And when people try to zoom in, the pixels and everything, it just if you want to see something, you will see it. I'm telling you. I've seen so many things that people pointed out, but it's really not what it is because like what I just explained. So yeah, you could see about whatever you want, I think. Where was where their girlfriend was. Wait. What does that say? Yeah, Pixie. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even sure it was even a red car. You guys got to go check out. Hi, Melissa. Go check out Leaf and Lizard. She did a really great video on the red car, like debunking it. And I don't. I'm not sure it's even red. To me, it looks kind of like bluish, grayish. I don't even know. But just watch her video. Does anybody have a link for that? It's really good, and it explains because I also when you see the tail lights or the headlights come up on that, you see it come from the side, back lane. It pulls up. If somebody was parked in the yard, they wouldn't be able to sit back far enough. The car wouldn't be able to sit back far enough because of that fence. There's that fence right there. The car would only been able to sit so far back. So if it was parked in the yard, when the headlights came on, it would be in a whole different spot of the screen. It wouldn't come up from like this. Am I making sense? She points that out really good and shows it in her video too. I mean, there's a fence right there. She wouldn't have been able to pull that far back. And another thing, so wait, when people are seeing, oh wait, never mind. Yeah, I figured that out. Let me see what we got. Hi, my unit. iPad issues. Okay, Joker. I like your profile pic. Have you seen the new Joker movie with what's his name? Oh my gosh. I can't think, but I heard it was really good. My brother said it was really good. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. Oh, Charlie Beats, thanks. BTZ. Yeah, I mean, I think he definitely was lacking sleep from using Thrive and stuff. But I mean, I think, yeah, it was way more than just that. I think it was just a mix of everything, just all combined. It was just ended up bad. Hey, Purple Raindrops. I don't know. Maybe did I say hi to you already? I saw you, but I feel like I don't know if I said hi. Hi, Julie. But see, are we gonna believe him when I know Chris will end up saying more, but is he just doing it for attention? I mean, how are we gonna believe him? Like, what if he starts kind of getting mad because NK won't get back with him or hasn't visited him, and he knows that so many people think she's involved. All he has to do is say the word that she was involved and use anybody's theory. He could use his own, but he probably knows all these details, and bam, I mean, we're going to be doubting. I mean, she might be involved, but how are we going to believe him? That's the whole thing. We're never going to know because he could lie too. But I mean, I think she definitely played a part. I mean, she definitely manipulated him and made him do it. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm still debating if I just don't think she was there. That's tomorrow, isn't it, Miss H? The movie? Shoot, it's not tonight, is it? Or are we missing? It's on at 8:00 tomorrow, I think. Hi, hippie chick is me. So does anybody? Yeah, but would you? Okay, give a thumbs up. How many people would believe him if he came out and said NK was involved? Well, because we do. Okay, that's a stupid question because you could think she's involved anyway to begin with, so it doesn't matter what he says. But I don't know. It's just. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I have it recording, so yeah. I know. I wish I could live stream it, but Lifetime probably would for sure give me a strike. I don't think they would let me do that. There's a, I don't know about Reels, but there's a one right after on Lifetime. There's a like a, what's it called? I forget what it's called, but I'm taping that too. It's special. It's on Lifetime. It's right after the movie. But I did hear Reels was doing one too. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But I know there's one after on Lifetime. I know Joker. So how are we gonna believe him when he? I think he eventually is gonna come out and say something else, you know. And I don't know. Hey, Amy McAllister. I don't know, Miss H. I don't think I can. I mean, I got that copyright strike from Reels when I live streamed that, and I started like an hour, almost 2 hours before I talked and was, you know, basically doing a live, and then I played it, you know, and I flipped the camera around and talked it in between the commercials, talked a little bit after, and I still got a strike. So I think Grafton were, what does it say? Yeah, Tiffy's still very self-deceived. Yeah. But Gene, Lucky, that's what I was talking about. That's that ponytail thing. Gosh, I'll have to, maybe I'll do a video on that because I see the part where it looks like a ponytail to you guys. But if you take a shot after when he's not even in the shot anymore, you could still see that little outline because it's not. It's just the shadows, I think. Chris would have to do it on mine. I know, Sherry. That's a good question. Why wouldn't they ask them on the polygraph if somebody else was involved? I don't understand that. Because I mean, wouldn't that give the answer? I mean, I think at that moment they were just trying to find them. You know, they weren't sure. They were just trying to find them, but they definitely should have asked that they had him because he agreed to the polygraph. They should have just asked him. Man. If you check, yeah. So what else did I want to bring up? Because reading some of your comments, I feel like there was, oh, this is what we got to figure this out. Because who was it? Maybe, who was that? I don't even remember the name of the person that brought this up. And I didn't even think about it. I know they can't make him. I'm talking about when he agreed to it before. They should have asked him to begin with when he agreed to that first one. But yeah, he scored. What was the score like? He failed so bad at polygraph. But somebody brought this up and I didn't even think about it. How did that camera stay on for 13 minutes without it being activated? Don't those only stay on like well over 3 minutes, I think, but like maybe 4 minutes, or I forget what the amount of time. But how somebody brought that up and I'm like, shoot, you're right. How did that stay on for 13 minutes? So are we missing something? I don't know. Did they stay on longer than that? Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they. No, I don't think so because on the Weld County files they have other people's cameras and they're only like a couple minutes long each. I don't know. Oh, thanks, Web Station, Australia. Yeah, Darla, we got to figure that out. I don't understand. I got to figure out what I'm missing because there's no way it should have stayed on that long. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, if anybody could figure out. It was put down at 2 a.m. and the jeans were on top of it. Wait, what are you saying? Wait, something happens with the jeans because yeah, there's something in that bag or the jean. I mean, I think it was jeans in there. So unless if there was something on the bottom that he was hiding, but there's something with that bag that he did not want. Yeah, he did not want him to see that. So that's why. I mean, this change in the gene theory is it just makes sense. I think it makes more sense than any other theory I've heard. I feel like. Um, let's see. I have cameras all around my house. Sometimes it stays on. Okay, red like wine. Isn't that crazy though? Sporadically, and then the one time it does. Would it stay on like 13 minutes? I'm trying to think. Unless, wait. Was there anything? No. Trying to think if there was any other lights that came on or anything that would have kept it activated, but I don't know. But red like wine. So how long? You're saying sporadically. Would it stay on that long? He got shit in the truck too easy, kind of thinking he was faking for camera. Wait, what do you mean? Who just said that? Hold on. Man, these comments are just going up too fast. I know, if dogs could speak. Wait, he only wanted. But was that bag full clothes? The bag wasn't that big. Maybe there was just a pair of jeans or maybe a couple pairs. I don't know. I mean, you couldn't really tell, but it didn't look like one of the like a real big bag. It was like one of those bags those cloth bags that you get from like shoot. I mean, you can go shopping with them, I guess. I don't know. It just didn't look that big. I don't know though. What was all in there? Okay, I feel like I missed a couple that I wanted to read. Okay, you think? Oh yeah, my unit. What do you mean he was faking for the camera? What do you mean that he really didn't take Shanann out, or explain what you're talking about? I'm confused a little bit. Sorry. Kyla, how do you say that? Kayla? Did Colorado close the case after we had the trips? Or is it closed? I don't know. I mean, I feel like it was closed before they went to the. Well, they said it was closed because remember when they were talking to him, they said the case is closed. So I think it was closed before they went to talk to him. But whether they're still looking at anything, I don't know. I feel like wouldn't we have heard something by now though? Put there at 2 a.m. The bag is on top of the suitcase. He did something with those jeans. I know, Casey. Yeah, it was dumb to take him, but he probably thought. I don't know. Do you think he planned? He always planned. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he did probably plan about the oil since he volunteered to go there. And then another thing is people. Oh, thanks, Brandy. Thank you so much. Another thing, I think he must change twice though, because he changes on his way home too, because he even says that, and then he has a different shirt on. I don't know if he changes I think he changes his jeans and his shirt, it looks like, and throws it in the dumpster. So I don't know. Oh, Diane, I've never been with Diane. Okay, cool. That's true, Gene. Good lucky there are. Good thing there isn't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so you don't think? I always thought he kind of had her like this when he took her, but I know a lot of you guys are seeing him drag her. But you're right, because if he did, you would see it under the truck, wouldn't you? To me, I feel like it looks like he dragged her out to the back of the truck because you see a shadow kind of come up, and then it looks like he picks her up and kind of swings her into the truck. That's what I've always seen, but I don't know, because I know a lot of you guys saw the dragging, so I think more of you guys see the dragging, so maybe. But why don't we see it under the truck if he dragged her though? That's a good point. And Katie, I don't know if you're here, but she supposedly has a screenshot. Oh wait, there's two people that. Hold on, I didn't see the other one that donated. Shoot, Carla D, thank you so much. Wow, sorry I missed you when you first did it. I think. Why did that go away? Okay. Megan J, let me see. What does that say? Wait, why is this not going? True Helper, are you coming? Oh, shoot. I can't get the comments to go down now. What is going on? Okay, here we go. And Ballet Babe, do you want to come on or no? You should come talk. You could show your stuff now, unless if you don't want to do it now. Yeah, that's I always seen him lift her like it looks like he drags her out to the back, and then he kind of like lifts her up and kind of swings her over to this into the car. That's what I see, but I know it's hard to know for sure because it's such a blurry and it's so far away and it's not the best recording. But that's how I always pictured it and saw it when I look at the video. But I feel like the majority of you guys see the dragging. So I don't know. Maybe somebody could point out when you see him dragging her, because I don't see the dragging either. Oh, Sandra, cool, thanks. Brazil, wow. Thanks for the support and coming. Do you want to come on as a guest? That's another thing. I know that's a good point, my unit, and I wondered that too. How don't we see the truck like kind of go down a little bit? When somebody gets in the car. I know it does make you wonder. Maybe because it's like we never see it. It never goes down. Even when Chris gets in the car, though. So yeah, maybe it's just because the angle or the how far it is. I don't know because I don't see it go down when Chris gets in the car either, and he's obviously getting in the car. So I don't know though. It is kind of weird. On the blue glove and the blue gloves, I don't know, Sherry. Megan J. Are you the Megan who does the awesome AHS? What's that? AHS. I don't know. He had an orange shirt on at convenience store that morning. No, that was debunked. That ended up, they said that wasn't him in the convenience store. They thought, when it first came out, that everybody thought it was him, and then they made a mistake that they said that wasn't actually him with the orange shirt, Teresa. At least that's what I heard. Oh, Ballet Babe, you won't be able to come on? To believe the combo would stay there. I know. Yeah, they lied. They totally lied to him. But I don't feel bad. I mean, oh wow, thanks. Am I missing? Thank you, Melissa. Oh, thanks. Wow, you guys are awesome. I can stand up to tell her. I know he couldn't stand up to her. He was a freaking coward. Couldn't even tell her about the affair. So instead, he has to just kill her because he can't. He's too big of a freaking coward to tell her. Oh, I mean, I know it was more than just that, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, you're right, Carolyn. She was for him. She helped him. She's the one who helped him. No, I know. Yeah, red like wine. I don't think he would have even hated her if he didn't meet NK. I think it was just all about selfish reasons. And yeah, I don't. I think she was good for him. Like I don't know. Yeah, it's just. Wait, wouldn't go up too soon. Wait, he also canceled the school so the alarm wouldn't go up. Oh, yeah, Juanita, yep. Hey, Juanita, shoot, I've been reading your comments, but I don't think I even said hi to you. So as I do that sometimes, I forget. I'm thinking that you know that I'm reading your comments, but I forget to say hi. Hey, Sheila. Wait, what did Sheila say? Hold on. Angelina, did I say hi to you? I know, Sheila, you don't. But look, I don't think it moves when Chris does either, though. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I don't. Oh, you want me to send a link? Okay, Belly, babe, hold on. All right, I sent it. It's sent. I should go get my stun gun, Ballet Babe. I have one too. I bring it out. I use it in the morning because I go out to watch my nephews at like 5 in the morning. It's still dark out when I go out to my car. I'll have it in my hand. It's purple. I think yours is pink, right? If I'm remembering right on the video, Ballet Babe. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's sent. I sent True Helper one. So, and Randy is. Has any of you guys seen Randy in the chat yet? Because he said he might come on, just on like a virtual, not with me. Let's see. Zorea, hello. 12:42. Yeah. No, I think that was when what's his name? Oh my gosh, I'm going blank. Nicole Atkinson's son. Remember? They even said they set off the alarm a couple times because one time he got on her car and tried to look in and it set off I believe they said they set it off twice. The alarm went off when they were looking in the garage trying to check it out. And that was about 12. That would have been around 12 one of the times. So all right, hold on one second. Slow the chat to 20 and 30 says Alpia as well. Oh, okay. Should I slow the chat? Was the chat going too fast? All right, let me just try. I'll try to slow it for a minute. Hold on one second, guys. No, not that. I'm just the wrong one. One second. Just want to slow it a little bit here. All right. What should I do? Like you said, 20 or 30 seconds? Slow it down, you think? So enable slow mode. Okay. I'll do like, let's just try 25 seconds. And if it's too slow, let me know, okay? Because now I know how to do it. Before I I couldn't figure it out, but I know how to do it pretty good now. So, okay. Hopefully that'll be better. All right, let's see here. I know because I'm missing a lot here. 3:15 in the chat. Mine says 2:15 in the chat. Is there 3:15? Wow. Okay. Okay. Yes, maybe. Oh, you're funny. Is Randy here in my unit? Is he in the chat? Because I gotta send him a thing when hey, Jacqueline. He must be because people are saying hi. Randy, you want me to send you a link? All thanks. Wait, who said that? Nerdy niche. Thank you. I like your name. So we're waiting on. We got Ballet Babe coming. We got True Helper coming. Somebody, I think Randy, right? 95. Stephanie. So where did you see that 95? I mean the hair. Because I mean we have heard that they found a bunch of the hair, but I can't find it in the Discovery. Is it in the Discovery somewhere? Okay, True Helper is in the house. True Helper, let me turn on my. Are you there? Let me try this one. All right. True Helper? Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm on. I'm here.
Okay, cool. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely my pleasure.
Little bit from Colorado. What part of Colorado are you from? I lived there for almost 9 years. I lived in Denver and then like the Green Mountain area and then what was that Arvada. Well, it was more like Wheat Ridge kind of. I feel like always like on the border of two different cities. Let's see. Oh, sorry, my unit. Your mom. Wow. Sad. Wow. That'd be a sad Christmas for you, huh? Oh, she can't get on? Ballet Babe, where are you? What do you mean you can't get on? Steamboat Springs. Ooh, I heard I've never been there. I heard that's such a pretty place. James, is that you live in Steamboat? Yeah. I never made it out there. I wanted to. My one friend lived there for a little bit, but I never did. But I heard really good things about it. Oh, Eastern Plains, Colorado. Let me picture here. Huh. Strasburg. I can't picture where that's at. Okay, let me see what we got. Is it going? Hey, Michelle, you're here. I was wondering if you would make it. Jennifer Madison, you should come on, or Michelle, or you guys have some good input on the case. Joker, if we need a. Okay, let's see. Black. Wait, Megan J. Wait, hold on. Is the chat still too fast or is it too slow? I feel like I'm still missing a lot. Miranda writes, did I say hi to you? Okay, so JoJo. There's Ballet Babe.
Oh,
there you What's up?
Excuse me, I'm a mess. I've been cleaning all day.
No, you're all good. So are those new headphones?
Yeah, I've never used these before, so tell me if you can hear me okay.
Yeah, I can hear you good. Those are nice. You look all like
my nails.
YouTuber. Yeah, purple. I love purple. Awesome. How are you feeling?
It's kind of an echo. Well, excuse the eyes because my eyes are real red because I were injected yesterday.
Okay. They don't even look red. Well, not from here, but yeah, there's Ballet Babe.
I don't hear like I'm hearing like my voice like later.
Yeah, you have to turn. How do we do that? For you, I'm trying to think how you could do that.
Isn't it something with your YouTube?
But will she be able to hear us still though? How does she hear it without? Oh, turn it off of YouTube. You can't be on YouTube too.
Oh.
You exit out of YouTube. You just have to be on the StreamYard one. No, not. Oh, she's gone. Shoot.
She'll come right back.
Isn't that right, True Helper? You're not on YouTube, right?
No, I'm actually through the StreamYard's access.
That's
on
what
YouTube.
Yeah, that's what she needs to do, because if she's on both, if she has YouTube and StreamYard, I think she'll hear the YouTube one, right?
Yeah, I heard the same thing from my phone the other day. But once I shut that down, it was good.
Man, she's gone now, though. I hope you come back. So how are you, True Helper? Are you are you there and ready? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just running all over the place. My little lady had come back and I had all kinds of dog food and a whole bunch of other stuff to unload. So that's why I was texting you trying to ask when you were going live, because it said 7 o'clock on my end, but then was coming up like 2 hours, which put it at 9 o'clock. So it was kind of confusing.
Oh, it was still saying that after.
Yeah,
it was weird because it was like rounding the hour. It wouldn't put the minutes when I would do it. It was like 2 hours, but it was really a 3 or whatever. It was just not right how it was doing it.
We're still getting it down, Pat. And you're doing good. You've come a long way since the first time you ever used StreamYards. So.
But I mean, I don't think there's a way to get it down to the minutes. Well, did it count down when it was down to like less than an hour? Did it count down?
Yeah, well, that's why I was texting you, because
there I am.
What's up?
Hello.
Is there an echo? Are you good?
No, you were right. I had to sign out of YouTube.
Cool. So mine is correct. Okay, cool. So they're saying theirs was right. Okay. I know, Carla. Yeah, he does have a good voice. True helper.
Yes, you do, True Helper. And I want to know why Tiff is your sweetheart, because I thought I was.
He's got many sweethearts.
I confess,
Thanks,
I'm
Nerdy
sorry.
Niche. Thank you. Oh, people are
If
so
my right eye
sweet.
looks droopy, it's because it is. I had an injection in it yesterday, so bear with me. I am not an alcoholic. I'm not bloodshot. I'm not.
So let me hear your guys'. We got to talk about this video too. I want to hear what each. I don't know who wants to go first, but what do you guys think? Was it? Do you believe in this change in the genes theory? Do you think it was NK? How do you feel about it? Honestly, like
I don't think it was NK. Nah,
Me neither.
I don't think she was there. I think
okay.
she probably played with his head, and he did it. He did it. I don't really think she told him to kill them, or he's crazy. I don't know. They're both crazy, but changing the gene theory, I think it's a high possibility. I could definitely see. I never noticed that before, where he looked like he was in socks, and then he had those high boots on. But I'm sure he had the high boots on because he was going to be out there digging.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Well, I mean, most people are known to change before they go in like that. Like, for example, most people that work in the trades, as I have for many years, I mean, when we're running around first thing in the morning, we may have our socks or, even our sandals or something like that on. But then by the time we're finally packed up and ready to go, we usually change up. So I don't think, honestly, I believe there's really nothing to that whole NK business being there, because we're talking about a very educated woman. I know everybody wants to hate on her, and I have my theories, and I don't really like homewreckers myself, but the bottom line was, I think she was only guilty of getting with a man that honestly had no intention on staying with his family. And at the first sign of a woman making, googly eyes at him, he went all, ape crap and did what he did. But back to NK, we're talking about a college educated woman who had, I think, more than a couple of degrees. Anyway, you can't get to do what she does, in other words, working for a major corporation like Anadarko, with being a dummy. And that being said, I think she ran her private life in many similar ways, but to say that she would be that naive, that stupid to get caught over at his house and being involved in something as severe as that. I mean, again, I think she's guilty of being a homewrecker, and I think she used a very poor judgment when getting with, the monster. But her being involved in it, I don't see what her edge is. I mean, yeah, I understand she wanted Shannon's life, and everybody keeps talking about that, but I just don't. I don't see how somebody would be willing to go the route of murder in order to get it. I mean, we saw not most of, but we saw a bunch of texts, and, God bless CBI and all the investigators. We didn't see anything that really, or at least to me, I didn't see anything indicative of murderous behavior. Again, poor judgment, way lack of any kind of judgment when getting with a married man. But again, she was a single woman. She had her little singles pad over there. It had her friends over and all that. But yeah, murder, I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well,
And I also agree with you, True Helper, that I don't think he ever had a woman like fall all over him like she did. It didn't sound like he really dated that much. Shanann didn't even like him in the beginning. Too bad she started to like him, but I just think this woman fell all over him, and it was something new and exciting, and he was thinking with the wrong head, as they say.
Agreed. Agreed.
So somebody asked about her phone pinging in Frederick, but if you look at the map, gosh, I wish I could share my file again. maybe I'll put that in my next video too. She would drive right through Frederick when she's on I-25. She would drive right through it. So, like, if she's driving and she dials the phone as she's passing through on the highway from Thornton. If you put in Thornton to Plattsville, you go through Frederick. I mean, not the I mean, on the highway, you could ping off of one of the Frederick Towers, in my opinion. And that's what I think happened. And I know a lot of you guys don't, but I want to put the map. Have you guys looked at the like the route from Frederick to, or from Thornton to Platteville or whatever, where their office was, where Anadarko was?
I saw it. Scott Rush showed it, and I mean, he showed where the pings were, and I don't believe she was at the house or near the house.
I can lend some.
I accidentally turned my mic off. Sorry. Oh, now Zab disappeared.
That's right. I guess we can keep on talking. I can actually lend some info about that whole cell tower business. You know, it's 9 times out of 10, yes, the towers will ping based on your location. So when you're driving through a certain area, if that tower is either doing a software update or a multitude of different functions, sometimes it'll actually relay to another tower. And, you know, she could have been anywhere around that area, or even I've heard of people saying that you could be, you know, 5-10 miles from a tower, and that tower pick your you know, it'll ping your cell phone. So to say that it was, you know, that she was right there on the spot, I mean, I don't know, that's a little far-fetched. But again, you know, it is what it is. Everybody's going to have their opinion on it. And, you know, a lot of people have already cast their judgment. So to get people to change their minds as far as how they think or what they think, yeah, that's going to be next to impossible.
I agree. Yeah, they have their minds made up. Are you going live tomorrow? Did I read that?
Tiff just said she would be back in a minute.
Oh, okay. Oops. Alrighty then. Okay.
Oh, and hello, Diane Y. I saw that comment. I'm finally starting to read comments.
Okay, I'm back.
There she is.
Oh, hey, there she is.
So, man, I wish I could share this. I wanted to show people, like, but I don't want to do it on my phone. I'll just put it in my next video because it's just so obvious that it could ping there. Like, you know, I have the route, and it actually is quicker, because some people say, well, why wouldn't she go on 85? Either way is pretty the same almost. The distance isn't that far off, or the time. But actually, at that moment when I looked at it, it was quicker to go on 25 than it would be on 85. So, but let me just see if you could see this. I know this is stupid holding it up, but I'll just put it in the video, I guess.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I'll just wait. But I just think it definitely could ping in Frederick. It's like right there. I want you guys to see. Shoot. So, because a lot of people will say, yeah, what about the ping? But I don't know. What were you saying about that, True Helper? I kind of missed. You said about the towers, right? That it could definitely ping.
Yeah, I was saying, you know, a cell phone can ping off of a multitude of towers depending upon its location. You know, it's why normally first thing in the morning, and when I say first thing, I mean usually between like 3 and 5 a.m., a lot of towers are doing software updates and things of that nature, which, you know, if anybody is ever a night owl like I am, or if you're up late and you notice your Wi-Fi goes out, or say your Netflix or something like that, you know, resets itself or whatnot, that's usually why. And if your cell phone's getting jammed up, well, it's the same reason. But what I was saying is that those towers can pick you up between 5 and as far away as 10 miles away. And I've been told that by a few of my friends. A couple of them actually work for Verizon, and another one works for Sprint. So, you know, if anybody would know, those people would. So to say, and again, to say that she's at a specific location, I mean, yes, at the end of the day, once the authorities get the warrants and submit that to, you know, track down that information from the cell phone providers and the companies there, you know, they can, you know, get her location pretty close. But again, to say based off of a cell phone ping, and I'm sure they would even argue this in court, hypothetically speaking, if she was ever brought up, you know, say if she was being tried.
Whoa.
I was going to say, what happened?
Technical difficulties here. Alrighty then.
That's
Go
what you
ahead.
call
Sorry.
a computer crack.
Whoa!
She's
Don't
losing
think
it.
the stand is working. Sorry.
No, you're all right. It's
Oh, wait.
fine.
Now wait, I thought you were a ballet babe.
I am. And I didn't realize that when I came up here, you now see my bed.
I'm kidding.
This is my bedroom, everybody. Hello.
God. What do you have your phone up on? Is it not a stand? Did you just have it laying on something, or what do
I
you?
have it sitting up
Okay.
higher.
I was gonna say
Oh.
I have a tripod I could send you. I've got so much different crap now that I've started acquiring because I'm going to start going live myself in March and whatnot. But oh boy, I've got a bunch of extra equipment now sitting around. I don't know. I went a little too crazy, I guess.
Well, my
Megan
problem.
J. I'm just answering a
That's
question.
okay.
Go ahead, Valerie.
My problem is that I wasn't ready. I really didn't expect her to go live at 7 o'clock. She usually goes later.
I know.
So
Me
I
neither.
was like rushing around here, and so I have a better way to set it up. I just didn't have time.
Oh, it's fine. It's a good angle actually. But who was that? Who just asked that? Whoever asked about the where it's at in the discovery, there's this, I don't know if it's in the discovery that's available for everybody, but when you get it from Weld County, there's a separate file where it has all her phone records, well, from like just that month or whatever. So if you email me, I could send you like a link or a screenshot or whatever, send you the records. I don't know who just asked me that about her phone records. And another thing I just want to mention, because a lot of people said, well, why did it only ping that one day and not any other day? But we only have her records for like a month, right? I mean, who makes the same phone calls at the same time every day? I mean, it was just a random call. Maybe she called Jim because he was coming over. He was coming that day, so she called him before he went to work, before she went to work. And he, it's not going to happen every day because he's probably not coming to visit her every day. So she just happened to call that day. It doesn't mean that just because it didn't happen at all for a whole month that means that she had to be in Frederick. You know what I'm saying? So it could just be, I don't know. It could just be because, I mean, do you guys could you guys maybe in a month call somebody at a different time at one time than any other day? Like if you look at your phone records, if you looked at mine, it would not be consistent at all. Like, but I don't know. It's my.
No, mine wouldn't either. Hey, I can see the comments.
On the StreamYard?
Yeah, if you click on live comments on the right side of the page, I can see the comments.
Yeah.
I can't comment, but I can see everybody else's.
I know.
Are you sure you can't comment? You should be able to comment, don't you think?
I think you have to sign up through their app, and then I guess you have to link your YouTube or maybe your email address to the StreamYard app itself, and then they'll give you, the opportunity or the right or privilege, I guess you want to call it, to chat on their forum. Because I guess they have to know who you are, and using it just through a link that you were sent doesn't really give them, proper identification, I guess. You know what I mean?
So do I have to use my Gmail account?
Well, I guess. I'm not sure. Like, I looked it up so far, and it just says something about signing up free.
Yes, you have to. Yeah, because they send you a code to your email, or I think you could do a text.
Exactly.
They'll send you a code now you weren't doing it every time, but now they're not. But like they'll send you a code, so you at least have to do it once. At least it's either your phone or your email.
Exactly.
Because like when you send me a link, if you're not sending it to Gmail, so does that matter?
That's just the registry. That's all it is. That's a one-time thing, and once you're done, you're done. So
I never check my Gmail. I don't use that account.
I know. I don't either.
Oh, good.
No, I don't think it would have to be Gmail. I wouldn't think, but I don't know. So Ballet Babe, do you want to show us your stuff?
Sure. For those of you that don't know the story, I was attacked about 2 months ago. I walk every day, 3 to 5 miles. Why? Because I have excessive energy and I need to get it out. But anyway, several years ago, I was stalked. And I was stalked again after my husband died by my neighbor, believe it or not. So I decided to get me some protection. I'm not really a person to carry a gun. Just not my thing. I don't think I could pull the trigger, but so I invested in a pepper spray. Now, as you see, if you can see if I can get it right, it's pretty too. And this is a body alarm. Yeah. It's hard figuring out where to
I
put it.
have an alarm too. Mine's like a little white one too, so I have to show mine next time. But
And
that's
if-
pretty. Yours is pretty.
I gave them out for Christmas presents after what happened to me.
Good present, yeah.
It's
Yeah, mine's the
pretty
same
loud.
one. Yeah, I mean the same sound.
And the pepper spray is really, I would say, why can't I figure out where to put it? It's weird when I hold it up. When I hold it up to the screen, it's like it's not there showing. There it is. Okay. Pepper spray is pretty, so I don't think people really realize it's a pepper spray.
Yeah,
So
I probably have no idea.
this was in my right hand. My taser gun was in my left hand. Now it's not. Police has nothing to do with it. I think it's the company that makes it. This is why it says police. But I highly suggest getting one of these because I was able to zap that sucker out once I got him down on the ground. But this was only like $24 through Amazon, and it has a light on it you can use, and it works. Well worth $24. The pepper sprays were like 3 in a pack for $24, and I gave them out for Christmas presents. And the alarm's the same thing. But the pepper spray is really what saved me, because when he grabbed my right shoulder and he pulled me back, and the pepper spray was in my right hand. So when he pulled my shoulder back, it just was, I didn't even think about it, what was happening, because it was happening so quick. But my right arm just went right up and right into his face. So he pulled the wrong shoulder. If he would have grabbed me with both hands, I probably wouldn't be here today. He had a car, and he stopped the car in the middle of the road, and he got out, and I think he might have been following me and knowing my path, because I was leaving the same time every day. I was walking the same route every day. And it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon before the clocks were turned back, which, was plenty of light out. But yeah, it really does something bad to you. It's hard to not freak out when you're out. So I carry it everywhere I go. I highly suggest everybody get them because I feel they saved my life. I didn't really need the stun gun, but he deserved it. When the spray stains their skin for 37 hours, and they can't get it off, no matter what they use, they cannot get it off. But the cops were there, so he didn't have a chance. He never got away, and they did call me the following day and told me that I didn't need to worry about him anymore. So he either had a record. I hate to pinpoint a specific person, but he definitely was Mexican, and I'm wondering if he might have been even here illegally. But there's a reason they called and told me I would never have to worry about him again. So he was locked up, or he had a record, for something else, and this just added to it. But there was a lady across the street that was cooking out in her front yard, which is really odd. But it was my luck, because she called the police right away. She saw what happened. I did not hear the car. I had a headset blasting away. And I really, seriously, if I didn't have a headset on, I don't think that that would have helped me, because who's listening for a car? I mean, the cars are going up and down the street. So it was freaky, but get protected in some way. I mean, Crime Channel, perfect time to talk about how to protect yourself, because you're not safe no matter where you're at. I had a neighbor when my husband died, right across the street. He was married with his wife. And when my husband died, he started coming over here every day, 2 times, 3 times a day, banging on my door, telling me he was just trying to check up on me. Then he wanted hugs, and he wanted kisses. And I wasn't thinking, in the beginning, I thought he was just trying to be helpful to me, because he was a very good friend of my husband. We played cards with him. We went to flea markets with him. We did everything with him. So I didn't get it in the beginning. So after about 3 months of that, I couldn't take it anymore, and I stopped answering my door. That did not stop him. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Bang, bang, bang. On Sunday, he came twice. And the second time he came, I was coloring my hair. Well, you know what you look like when you're coloring your hair. And I had no clothes on. So he helped himself into my backyard, which is fenced in. And then I heard my patio screen door slam, which means he entered my screened-in porch area.
Wow.
And by the time I got my hair rinsed and got outside, he was in my palm tree, cutting the dead branches off. Figure that one out. Now, this guy's supposed to be legally blind. Explain to me why he was on a 20-foot ladder in my tree without my permission.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow.
So I ended up reporting him to the police, and they went and talked to him and told him not to come over here anymore. I don't know if this has anything to do with it or not, but he died the following July with brain cancer. And it was very quick. They didn't know he had it. He was diagnosed. He was gone a week later.
Wow.
So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but anyway, that's why I carry all this stuff. But I highly recommend
that's
it.
good. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have the alarm and the like stun gun type thing too. So I don't have any spray, but I have both of those. So I keep the alarm thing on my keychain, and then I have the stun gun.
Do you have a post office box, Tiff? I'll send you one. You need
to
carry the pepper
I
spray.
don't actually have one. I need to get one though.
Yeah, get one. I'll send you a pepper spray. I have a couple extra.
Okay.
They're good for a couple years.
Yeah, definitely. So all you ladies out there, you guys should get some because they're cheap, right? I mean, it's not like
3 for $24.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
So
$50 saved my life. So
yeah, definitely.
You can't put a price on your life.
Save your life. Wow. Yeah, definitely. Man. Huh.
Talk about a survivor, Bally Babe. That I mean, good for you. And it seemed that you had a guardian angel, or God was definitely on your side that day.
Definitely.
That's scary.
Definitely.
But if I may add to that, I mean, I agree with everything that you said. Honestly, it takes less than what most think to prepare yourself for a potential attack. I mean, for most women out there, you don't need to have, Navy SEAL type training or anything like that. Usually, if you go down to your local YMCA or a 4-H club, or even go down to your city hall, usually, or even you can Google it and find somewhere reputable in your local area. You can find a facility or some type of self-defense courses and or training. They might word it a multitude of ways, but anyway, it doesn't take as much as you think. And honestly, to go in and at least, even if it's only for a few hours, an hour here, an hour there or whatnot, get yourself used to taking a hit. It's not as bad as you think. I mean, 9 out of 10 people, if you get struck by somebody, be it, from the front or even from, the back, it's going to feel like a white flash. And almost immediately, your body's going to go into defense mode and dump all kinds of adrenaline and endorphins into your system.
Oh,
so
yes.
You're going to instantaneously numb up. So on that point, it's all about controlling yourself and realizing first and foremost that, okay, wait, I'm under attack and I need to defend myself. And that's why at least going through a simple routine, it doesn't have to be every day. I mean, it doesn't take long. It takes but maybe 20, 30 seconds every day just to locate in your purse or on your person where your pepper spray is, where your stun gun is, where anything that you can use is to potentially ward off an attack. And also always keep in mind your location. Location is key because a lot of these scumbags, most of them will attack from the dark of night or from a hidden alley or, a hidden corner or behind a dumpster or something, a place where there's nobody around because, again, most of them, they're cowards. But, there are those too that are just sick, twisted, or they're the stalker type. But either way, like I said, I would highly, highly, highly suggest to everybody, all you need to do, again, you don't even have to go to a course. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, go out to Walmart and buy a $10 to $20 pair of gloves and just grapple up with somebody once in a while. And granted, even for, either some that may be a little bit older or for those that may be a little sickly or whatnot. You don't have to do high impact training in order to understand what it feels like when you're put in that moment where you're under attack. Because again, a little bit of training can go a long way, and really in the end, it could save your life. It really could. So, I know people where many moons ago I've helped in that sense, and I've given everybody pepper spray. Some I even gave stun guns and tasers and all that good stuff. But, if you don't take the time to locate where all that stuff is and know that it's in that location at all times, and then once in a while, of course, too, make sure that you're, especially anything that administers an electrified shot of sorts, you make sure that that's all charged up. And also once in a while, look at the expiration date on your pepper spray and make sure that it's current and it's not expired.
Yeah, the stun gun is rechargeable. I forgot that, which is kind of nice.
Yep. Almost all of them are, and most of them already have the actual prongs right on them that fold out. You plug it in, you leave it for 6 to 14 hours, and you're good to go. And usually it's got a little red light on it, and it'll turn green when it's done.
Yeah.
So you're muted.
Oh.
Yeah, I see you talking.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. Shoot, I was muting it just so it was better sound.
Okay.
But
sorry if
I've
I
had
went on a
mine
rant.
charged. I haven't had to charge mine yet. I've had mine since this summer. It's not like I used it really, but I'll test it out. But it's still charged. I don't know how long it'll hold a charge, but
Well, most of them are between 3 to 6 months. But
okay.
even when you purchase one, go through the instruction guide, because most of them will tell you to check it and or charge it between every 2 to 4 weeks, because usually, again, anything that holds an electrical charge will naturally dissipate and lose its charge over time. And or sometimes, say, if you have it in your purse or whatever, if, say, it doesn't have a good safety on the button itself, it might get triggered sometimes. You might not know it, or, there's a multitude of reasons why it could lose its charge. But honestly, here's my advice at the end of the day. What I would just suggest, it's this easy. If you're not the hands-on type and you want to rely on technology or some kind of weapon, that's fine. But just simply go to Google or, any one of the, DuckDuckGo or any one of those information sites, and just Google, top 5 pepper spray, top 5 taser, top 5 stun gun, or, any tools for self-defense, and you'll find, again, a variety of things of that nature. Because I've always had people ask me about, well, shouldn't I just go out and buy a gun? I am very, very pro Second Amendment, and I believe that everybody has the right, the God-given right, to defend themselves by any means necessary. And yes, that includes even with a gun. But when you're going into the gun route, now you got to be, that much more extra careful, and you really have to cross your T's and dot your I's and realize the moment that you pull that piece on somebody, it could end badly for everybody involved. And then at the end of the day, you got to live with that. That's why, again, I suggest that you simply just go get some self-defense training. And if you are, say if you're a little bit older, or if you, again, have some natural disabilities, by all means, it's very easy as well to go down and secure a firearm. You go down, you go to any gun shop, you just walk in, they'll do a background check, usually send off your FBI criminal background check, and some might be instantaneous, others it may be between 2 to 6 days later, and you'll get your approval. They'll call you up, you go back in, you select your weapon of choice, and you're off to the races. And then they'll usually immediately want to give you training with that as well.
I would definitely get training if I got a gun, and I could use it if someone broke into my home, but I don't think I want to walk with it.
Oh, for home care, absolutely, or protection.
But,
excuse me. I agree with you, Bally Babe.
But yeah, it's freaky.
Well, but again, it's scary at first, but honestly, after you use it a few times, I'm telling you, firing things like
I'll have to use it again.
It's very easy.
Well, it wasn't hard. I mean, like you said, you just go into defending yourself immediately. And I know Tiff said to me, like, she was afraid she wouldn't know what to do, or would she be able to use it. But I had the pepper spray in my right hand and I had the stun gun in my left. So that's how I walk. They are in my hands.
Nice. Wow.
And
that's usually a deterrent by itself. Just walking with those two things, they'll look at you and be like, "Uh-oh, we're not messing around with her." And all of a sudden, now you're not an easy mark anymore. Good
Well,
for
this
you.
guy didn't think so, but I think maybe because they were pink, maybe he didn't realize what they were.
Yeah, and some they're just that dumb or just that evil that they want to do whatever it is, and or sometimes, and I should say, looking up FBI statistics and all that, you'd be surprised between 50 to 65%, I think was the last stats that I saw, are people usually are intoxicated or under the influence of some kind. So,
Mm,
they're not in their right
I
mind.
don't know. I won't every day, and I won't walk the same path anymore. But I'm not going to let him stop me, or he wins. I'm
Yeah,
not going to let him do
definitely.
that.
God bless you.
Somebody said that pepper spray is illegal where they're at. I'm looking at the chat. You might want to check with your local police because mace is illegal, but pepper spray is not. Pepper spray, I know, is allowed in Florida, and I know it is allowed in the state of Pennsylvania because I checked. I had them in both places. Now, the stun guns are not legal everywhere, but that wouldn't stop me from getting one. If it's going to save my life, let them explain to me why I can't carry it. It's not going to kill anybody, it's just going to hurt them. But that's my opinion. But, you have to do what you feel. After this, I don't care where I live, I'm carrying them.
Hot Scorpio says that you teach women self-defense. Is that what you said? Wow, cool. Yeah, Megan J, I could send you that. Does anybody? Okay, I was trying to get. Does anybody that believes that was NK walking out? Does anybody want to come on that believes that? I want to hear some of your guys' theories.
Oh, if I could add
Is there
to the
still?
whole
We're talking about. Go ahead. What?
I'm sorry. I was just going to add to that
Yeah.
mace versus pepper spray deal. Mace
Okay.
traditionally, it's basically just an irritant. Almost, it's comparable to like tear gas. And pepper spray is actually classified as an inflammatory agent, basically meaning that you'll almost immediately stop the person that's coming at you because oh boy, it's some nasty
Wait,
stuff.
with which one are you saying?
Pepper spray. Pepper
Oh,
spray on.
he
Yeah.
immediately dropped to his knees and he was grabbing his face. He was
Oh yeah.
in severe pain.
And unless
Wait,
you
which
have
one
some
is
milk
more?
or
Which one's stronger? Are you saying? I'm confused.
honestly, they are two different altogether.
Okay.
Mace, if memory serves me correct, shoots out a little bit further and acts more like tear gas does, which I've found in the past, or at least with practicing certain self-defense classes and all that. Usually, some people are a little more susceptible to it and whatnot. But with pepper spray, it's more of a liquid. And when it grabs a hold of you, you're not just wiping it off and walking away. Usually you need some kind of counteractive ingredient or agent. Sort of like you'll see people in these riots sometimes or at these demonstrations that go awry where everybody's got like a gallon of milk around them because the enzymes actually neutralize, the chemical agent in most of that pepper spray. So.
Well, he wouldn't have got away even with the milk because he got the stun gun on top of it. So
Nice.
creep.
You're still with us, and thank God for that. Here you are. So you're a survivor, and I'm telling you another thing too, that if you were to go down to your local law enforcement, if you were serious about gathering or gaining an extra gun or two, I know now having a report like that, they wouldn't give you any issues at all, about doing so.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, because once you've been attacked, of course, I'm sure they may ask if you've seen had some therapy or been to a counselor of sorts. But 9 times out of 10, usually, as long as you don't have any kind of detailed criminal background or you don't have a bunch of felonies on your record, usually they'll be fine with it.
I'm clean.
And it's very easy to go down and talk to them too. If you speak with these police, a lot of them, either themselves or many others, or like their family members or friends, have been assaulted in this day and age. So, most of them will automatically, side with you and be all about it.
The police were awesome. I have to say, they came to my house and they sat down with me. And I mean, I couldn't ask for better police officers in this area. Even when I was being stalked, I had some issues even with my husband's brother that after he passed, they drove up and down the street. They watched the house constantly. I mean, we have a really good police department here, much better than when I was in Pennsylvania, because I had a guy stalking me out in Pennsylvania, and they could have cared less. This guy would sit in my parking lot and stare at my house for hours. And I was in between marriages, and I went to lunch with him one day, and he parked his car in the back of the building. And when we left, I said, "Where's your car?" And he said, "In the back." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "I don't know." And I just got this weird feeling. And I said, "Are you by any chance married?" And he said, "Yes, I am." And I said, "I don't want no part of you." I said, "This is what broke up my marriage, and I want no part of it." I said, "Why would you do this to your wife?" He says, "I guess something's missing." I said, "Well, I think you need to go home and find it." And he stopped me for 2.5 years. 2.5 years. And because I lived in a townhouse, he was allowed to sit in that parking lot and stare at my house. I would leave the house. I would look in my rearview mirror, and he would be behind me. He lived nowhere near me. He didn't work near me, but I worked in a doctor's office, and I had his wife's name. I had his name. I had all the information, and I gave it to the police. I said, "If anything happens to me, this is the guy you need to look for." But they wouldn't do anything about it because he was only showing up every so often, and you have to see them like more often. And according to the police in Pennsylvania, he was allowed to sit in that parking lot all he wanted because I didn't own it. But it was a townhouse. That was not my property.
And unfortunately, a lot of those townhomes are deemed, especially the parking lots and whatnot, are deemed as public property because so many people utilize that. So to try to go after and report somebody, you literally have to have the individual caught red-handed in the doing some kind of crime or committing some kind of illegal offense. But it's very hard, and that's why it's sad, but where we can override those kinds of loopholes in the laws, as I'd like to refer to them as, is, again, go get trained. A little bit of that can go a long way, and then you won't have to worry about scumbags like that so much. But don't let it make you become complacent either, because sometimes you do have those crazy types or those ones that are intoxicated that'll look you dead in the eye and say, "I'm still coming after you," and you're going to have to defend yourself. But
I broke my kneecap in half, completely in half, about I'm going to say it's about 9 years ago now. And my doctor told me I would never run again. And that scared me really bad because I'm very small. I'm 4'10" and a half, and I weigh 100 pounds. So I feel like I'm an easy target. But he was wrong because I worked and I worked and I worked, and I can run. So don't let anybody tell you can't run. Just keep working at it. Get your strength up. If you're weak, I highly suggest, lift weights, whatever you need to do. Even if you're in a wheelchair, you can strengthen your body some way, but we definitely need to be protected. And True Helper, I agree. You do have a really nice voice. You should be on radio.
Yeah, he should, huh?
Hey, great voice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe
okay.
I'm my own worst critic, I guess. And plus, it's getting late, so my voice is getting a little messed up right now. But pardon me as I was kind of yelling at my dogs earlier, too, because, my one pup got a little injured. So I'm yelling at the other two to stay away and just all kinds of crazy over here.
Yeah, you do have you never been in radio? You should be a radio. Well, no, this is perfect now. Like podcast. You said you were going to do like lives, huh?
Yes, I was going to say that's why I'm starting up here, and I've been blessed and honored that you've had me on.
Yeah, we'll break the nerves a little bit.
What are you going to talk about, True Helper?
Oh, you name it. Actually, so far, I think, and Tiffany can attest to how I think. I usually break things down in a multitude of ways, but being schedule orientated, or whatever the word is, I've broken it down to having and covering certain topics on certain days of the week and just kind of, putting feelers out with any of my audience that would give me feedback. And obviously, any and all suggestions are what will make and mold and form the channel.
So it's not going to be just crime. It's going to be a little bit of everything.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not sure if I'm going to open up 2 channels or, I mean, maybe I'm thinking a little too big right now, but just, I mean, starting out, yeah, I'd like to cover some true crime, but I don't, there's so many quality channels already out there, AKA Zav Girl here. I mean, Tiff's got a lot of that covered now, and I truly enjoy coming on. I think I'd rather be a guest doing that kind of thing, but I may go into like historical type of true crime because Tiff and I are also talking about old school cases like Jack the Ripper and cases similar and comparable to that. And I'd love to maybe break down those types of old cases and compare them to current cases, criminal mindsets and the way that the law enforcement techniques certain agencies would use and how they were equipped and what they did to catch the criminals back then versus to how they do it now. So I don't know. It's one day at a time.
Tiff, you took psychology, right?
Yeah.
Well, what is I'd like to hear your opinion on Chris Watts. Like, how can somebody be that crazy and not show any signs of it beforehand?
What do you mean? I mean, there's a lot of people that look at
I mean, you just Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, how do you go from
because
being
they're good
a
at
quiet,
pretending,
even a quiet person or that keeps to themselves, that don't mean they're going to murder somebody. But how can a person cover that up so well that nobody ever saw him get angry or anything?
I mean, we don't know actually, but yeah, I don't think he was, because I know a lot of people think that he was like mean to Shanann, and they did argue. I don't think that. I think he hit it. He hit it very well, I feel like. And I don't know. I just think he was just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that right now. I feel like, but no, I do think he was good at pretending to be like this person that he thought Shanann wanted him to be, and I think he did it his whole life, like with his mom. I mean, think about his mom, some of the stuff his mom was saying about him, like, oh, he's a perfect child and he was so perfect. And so I think it was just something that he learned. He no, I know. I mean, God, I would like to have an interview with her another time, but I think he just got really good at pretending to be somebody he wasn't. And I mean, that's what they do, though. Do you believe he was a narcissist or no?
Yes, definitely.
And aren't we all perfect in our parents' eyes?
They're good at pretending, and
no, I was a brat, true helper.
That's how they get people.
Yeah, so was I.
People in.
I was a baby of the family, so I was a brat.
Oh shoot, Angelina, he is here, guys.
Hello.
Angelina's been here.
Hey.
No, I mean she's on.
Hey.
Oh, Angelina.
Can you hear me?
Is that my mod wifey?
Yeah,
I hear you.
Oh, good. It said that
I can.
We can hear you.
What?
It's just confused.
Your voice is going in and out. Let me mute my microphone so that helps.
No, it's probably.
Well, we can hear you, but if you're on your phone, I was going to say, if you're on your phone, shut off all your apps or anything that you're using, because that sometimes will chop your mic up.
Angelina?
Okay.
Are you hearing an echo?
Oh, I hear you. Did you sign out of YouTube?
I hear an echo. I did.
No, you sound good.
I hear.
But do you hear an echo? You're good. You could hear good, Angelina?
I don't hear an echo at all.
What?
I don't hear an echo.
Shoot, we're having trouble hearing you, huh?
She's cutting in and out.
Are you on Wi-Fi, Angelina?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was just going to. I was going to suggest that if you're on Wi-Fi, just make sure that every app that you may have opened is closed, and any other pages other than the one that you used through your phone is the only thing running. Are you on an iPhone? Oh, there she goes.
She left. No, Angelina, where'd you go? We were waiting.
She'll be back.
Well, she'll just try again.
You
Yeah.
signed out of the wrong app.
Yeah. She has the link, so she can reuse that same link to come back. So she's good. She's good.
Yeah, that's
Robbie,
what I did.
hey.
I keep talking,
All right,
my
let's try it.
microphone's
There she-
off. Talking to myself. There she
Can you
is.
hear me now?
I hear
Yeah.
you.
Can you hear me now?
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
What
I
did
wanted
you
to
do
come
different?
on. Oh, I just backed up and turned off the Wi-Fi and put it on my iPhone data.
There
Okay.
you go.
Mhm.
There you go.
All
But I
right,
can't
so
see the chat, so I'm trying to log into that on my iPad, so
okay.
that I can see you.
Well, that should be better.
So what do you think about the new video that I just did and that theory? And
Well, I think that there's a lot of differing opinions out there, and I personally just have that feeling that she was involved in some way. I don't know. I don't think any of us know for sure about that video. It's too choppy, and it's just. I think if they could have proved that she was there, they would have, the CBI and the FBI.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
But I do think that, I mean, maybe she was. I don't think any of us know for sure. Okay,
No,
I'm
we'll
looking
never
at the
know.
chat now.
do you guys hear that like music?
I hear it. It's
Is it
not
music
not from you,
background.
Angelina?
No, I don't.
I have no
any
music on.
I was going to say I can hear it too, but I was
Randy
muted.
might
It's off
come
now.
on. I sent him a link like 10 minutes ago. He said he might come on too. So I'm just
Who is?
waiting.
Tell him to
Randy.
get his hair up here.
Yeah, exactly. We need to get the
Yes,
Sarah.
Sarah. Hey, short, nice, Lady Jane and Robbie. Yeah, okay. So, oh, it went away. I swear I heard like a doot doot.
I heard it too. It wasn't me.
Okay.
Don't lie, Tiff. It's all in your head. You know it.
Well, if Angelina could hear what's in my head way over there, that's pretty scary.
Hilarious.
But no, but it looks like the people in the chat want to discuss it, like this topic. That's why I keep bringing it up, guys. Sorry.
Oh, that's
That's
fine.
Okay.
Yes,
That's why it's called Jab
they
Girl.
do.
I want to get somebody on that actually thinks it's NK and we could debate it. Not that I want to talk to you guys too, but if we could bring somebody else
I think
plus
it
all
could-
of us
Yeah.
and then kind of who's talking? Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just,
No.
I mean, I think it's a possibility that it was NK.
They're
Did
walking.
I just
walking
talk
out.
over you? I'm sorry.
No, you're
Yes,
fine.
I mean, it's a possibility. There.
I'm curious to hear.
I think maybe if we had higher resolution cameras, or who knows? I mean, I don't know that they took the time to investigate it thoroughly enough. When he pleaded guilty, or when he, said that he had done this, he took responsibility for it. It saved a lot of money to the taxpayers. So,
I mean, what would have
bottom
happened,
line,
you think, if he went to trial? I mean, imagine so much evidence that we would have found out. Like, do you think they would have called it? Would NK have had to be like a witness? Would she have had to?
oh yes, if she was.
I'm trying to think who would have called her. The prosecution, right?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
She was worried
okay.
about it too, because she whispers in that. How she whispers.
Yeah.
And
I mean, what would it? Wow,
I
like they
agree.
would have really. Do you think they would have interrogated her more then if they would have went to trial then, or what do you think? What would have happened?
Absolutely.
a lot of her behavior was very indicative of somebody being or from a guilty conscience. But remember, you know, she came into it
Bingo.
knowing that her reputation was about to be destroyed and never the same for the rest of her days. That's why she was Googling all that stuff about, you know, the woman from the other case and the fame and, you know, do cops check for, you know, past text and how long does text memory remain and all that good stuff. So she knew, you know, going into it. So, I mean, a lot of her behavior, in other words, I can see and agree with Angelina that there's many different reasons and ways as to why someone could think that it was in fact her or that she had something to do with it. And that's why it was very easy in the beginning for so many to come out and say, oh no, it was definitely her. I get it. You know, I do. And I can understand it and I can see the viewpoint, but I don't know.
Red Lake Wine wants us to discuss how she was looking Shanann up like a year before and
Yeah.
stuff.
Part of
That's
that
weird.
behavior.
That is weird. Isn't that before she even started Anadarko? Because didn't somebody say she
Yeah.
started in what when March or wait, that'd be March.
March
Well, is
of
it March? Yeah.
2018.
So why
And
would she even looking her up? That is so weird. She looked up Chris's name way back and Shanann's. One was what in August and one was in January or maybe what's the months again? I forget.
Volume.
It's been forever. But yeah, I mean, why? What the heck? That is so weird. I don't get it. What
maybe she was watching the Thrive stuff and saw Chris in the videos and who knows?
Wow, so you think she was planning it that far back to like interject herself into his life like that, you think?
Well, why would she be Googling Shanann?
I know,
What other
It's-
connection?
And Chris, she Googled Chris's name too, so it's just
Well, didn't he sell Thrive also?
yeah, I guess. I mean, Shanann kind of did it for him, but yeah, he was yeah.
Oh, Angelina said she lost audio.
Where do you see that?
I'm looking at the chat. Oh, she's gone. Yeah, she lost us.
Oh, Randy's here. Hold on, Randy.
Randy, where's your hair?
Hello there.
Hey,
Come on, show your face. No, just joking.
you gotta see the hair. Where's the hair?
Where's that?
That sounded funny, Trill, for the way you said that. Where's the hair?
Where's the hair?
How's it going? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
I can
you.
hear you.
You sound
Oh,
pretty,
awesome.
sound pretty good.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Good.
We're
How are
good.
you?
All right.
Good.
Randy, I'll show you my hair if you show us yours. I have it up on my head tonight.
It's ballet band. Wow, you are real.
I am real.
Yes, she's
What do you
real.
think I was? A make-believe cartoon or what?
I did.
She's a little ass kicker too. Watch out. Roll up on you, Randy.
I'm as spunky in real life as I am on the chat.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh,
So,
Angelina's back too. Hold on. Angelina, are you there? Look,
we
we
just
got
got
like all the mods. Now we just need maybe up here and wait,
We have
where
a
is
full house.
oh Emma's having well Emma probably won't be able to make it. She's having a procedure done tomorrow.
Oh,
Who
Can't
else?
hear it. There's no audio though for Angelina.
oh, she's muted.
Oh, you muted
is she okay?
Nope, she's back.
Angelina? I don't know. That's weird.
Maybe it's her connection.
Oh, we got a man
Can you hear
down.
me now? Can you hear me now?
Man down.
Randy,
man
you
down.
don't want to show. You don't want to come on video.
Yeah, I'll be on. Yeah,
Aw.
just give me a minute here.
I know. I wanted
Just
to.
a
I was
couple
going to go to his place, and we were going to do a live together. But he had to do clothes and do stuff. Did you get your clothes done, please, Tommy?
Yeah, I've got pretty much everything done. Yes.
Okay.
It's been productive. All right.
So yeah, well, tell you're having your brother's memorial tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, for sure. All right. 10:00 tomorrow morning.
My thoughts are
Ohio
with you,
time.
Randy. My thoughts are
Thanks,
with you.
man. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, sorry, Randy.
Thank you, Ballet Babe. I'm just trying to get my camera to work here. That's all.
Okay.
I'll be there soon.
So me and Randy were talking a little bit about the whole video, and so you kind of, I mean, you agree, right? But you said something. Well, that tail, I still have to check that shoe. I didn't even check that. You were talking about the tail light or something.
Yeah.
I still think it's the side mirror, but I don't know what part you're talking. So maybe we'll wait so you can show me what you were talking about. What?
It's actually the back right passenger side of the pickup truck is where I see the. Go ahead.
So what I'm asking, so you see two lights, though. Then you see the mirror light and the tail light onto the one side, because there's definitely the mirror light. Because it's not even the headlights when he puts the key. And I want to tell you my theory, because you know how those lights go off real quick? Like you see him pass up one light, and then they both go off, and then he passes the other. But I think what happens is he walks past the one, and then he hits the key again. You know how sometimes I'll hit that a couple times to make sure, did I hit unlock? And I think when he hits it, they both go off, and and they come back on like that, and then he walks past it. Because those aren't his taillights. That's not his headlights when he. I'm talking about when it's parked out in the road. Those are his mirror lights that when he hits that unlock. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be right back.
I think, I don't know, tell me if you guys agree. I think he walks past the one, it passes, then he hits the unlock, and then he passes the other. Huh? I didn't hear. Did I miss something?
At about 18 minutes. Yeah, at about 18 minutes and 15. Look, you're going to make me throw my glasses on here, aren't you?
No, you don't have to do it now. I mean, because we're not going to be able to see it right now. But oh, thanks, Christina.
Right,
but wow. Yeah, Jessica Parker. So, because people were like, why does those lights go off? Because I think when he's as he passes the one light, he hits it again, and they go back on and off, and then he passes the second one. That's it makes sense because it looks like it does when he hits the lights where they just go on and off like that. It wasn't like anybody walking in front of it that time, but you see, I don't know. What are you saying, Ram? I feel like
what I'm trying to say is that if you watch your video that you uploaded, okay? If you watch that from about 18 minutes in, watch it closely a couple times. Watch how he walks out of the truck, okay, and observe which lights are on before he goes out to the street in the very beginning, before he goes out into the street, and then you'll see the headlights come on. Now, pay attention.
Well, when he pulls the car up and the headlights come on. Go ahead. What? Go ahead.
Well, listen, exactly. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? What I'm trying to say is when you see Chris walk out of the garage down to his truck for the very first time, okay, you see a brake light or a tail light on the passenger side of the car on. Okay, so it could be from him turning with a fob maybe, but what I'm trying to say is when you're looking at this, watch his headlights come on, and then watch him back the vehicle in and pay close attention to the outside upper brake light, okay? That's also the light comes on whenever he turns the light on. But when he hits his brakes, watch that light up there. That light works on the brakes as well. Now observe the lights again and again, and you're going to see something strange happen there. Something that there's just something not. I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
I always just saw the two mirror lights, but I didn't see
something else to this.
Huh?
It just makes me feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I'll check it out, and then I wish we could have got together. You could have actually showed me, but I'll check it out, and then maybe I'll add it. If I see something, I'll add it later. I mean, in my next video. Sorry. Sometimes I'm like talking and then I start reading the comment and I forget.
You know what's cool about? You know what's really cool about only showing from the neck up is that I have my jammies on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Down below.
Now that is some comfy looking PJs.
Oh, I love I know. I wear my pajamas a lot too. But I actually don't have them on now, like my pants. I love the.
Well, my jacuzzi is set at 104 degrees, so when I leave here, I'm hopping in there.
Oh, wow. You're lucky, man. That'd be good for your back, huh?
It's good for everything.
Oh,
Man.
It's
Shoot,
very
you could do,
relaxing.
Ballet Babe, you could do lives and sitting in your jacuzzi.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Hey, I mean, I don't know.
If she was
Okay,
on,
wait, I want to ask this because it's been so long since I've went over some of these details on the Watts case, because before this video, it's been like almost 2 months before I even did a Watts video. So about his coworkers, because a lot of people have commented this, are you sure they said baggy jeans, or did they just say, I know they talked about his shirt being baggy because his shirt was different than his shirts he normally wears, but did they say, baggy jeans too, or just did they say the jeans were one was tucked in, one was out, in a baggy
yeah,
shirt?
they said it was saggy because I believe those
But
were his
jeans,
older
though, are you
clothes.
sure they said
Yeah,
jeans
yeah,
too?
the jeans. Yep.
Okay,
Because
okay.
he must have had that extra set probably with him, and that's why he changed after probably doing the deed digging and all that good stuff. But yeah, they I guess that his foreman or whatever his position was, supervisor, I guess had joked around with him about his clothing, what he was wearing, and
Yeah.
all of them thought it was kind of strange.
I want to go look at the exact words because I do, like I said, I do remember saying he wore those certain types of shirts and they were baggy. I know that he had his one pant leg tucked into his jeans, remember? So I don't know, but yeah, a lot of comments on that. And so yeah, that does bring up a good point. But like you said, who knows how many changes of clothes he brought? I mean, he probably always has an extra set in his car, like you said, in case if he spills something on himself.
he's a messy boy. Yeah, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think those are a different pair of pants. I just think he put those on and kept those on the whole time, and then possibly took them off later, of course. But yeah, no, I don't think he changed.
You don't think it was different jeans?
I don't think so, because they look baggy all the way through, from beginning to end. My opinion, but yeah, that's just my observation.
Okay, even
But
if you don't believe that they
swallowed
changed.
his heart when Baum.
Wait,
when
what?
he almost swallowed his heart when Baumholder picked up that bag.
Yeah, so what was in there then?
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
That's why the jeans theory makes more sense. I mean, as far as looking at the differences in the morning, it's kind of hard. And I could see even having the boots on, making the legs look thinner because of his boots and stuff. But what was in that bag, that's what convinces him even more that he changed his jeans. Because we know it was, jeans in the bag. He said jeans. So that's just why it makes me think that. And it can't be the jeans he wore there because they were already there. He didn't come home and have anything in his hand. It was already inside the house from that morning. So it wasn't anything he brought from the. Oh wow, she is doing that. Oh my God, Randy, where'd you go?
Wow. Okay.
She's
Oh,
got.
that's a Four Seasons room. I know that area. I've built a lot of those before.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm not jumping in.
Parties at Ballet Babes.
I thought you were about to jump in. I'm like, wow, wow.
Not in my gym.
I can't find myself. I can't find me.
We see you, Randy.
Can't
or
find
we
you?
hear you. I mean,
Brandon, why do you keep going off? Right, because I keep
All
interrupting
the way
him.
out. I'm trying to get my camera on, and it's just.
Oh, that's why. I'm sorry. I quit adding you. But Randy, I'm sorry. I know I interrupted you a bunch. So you just real quick. You said you don't think he changed his jeans, though.
I don't think I think he was wearing the same jeans from beginning to end.
Okay. What's that?
That's my phone. Sorry.
Oh no, you're all right. All right, Randy, do you want me to remove or go? If you want to go off and do your camera, you can. I won't keep adding you until you're ready.
No. Is that what I gotta do then? Right? I have to go out and get come back in, accept the link again.
True Helper, do you know?
The best thing to do would probably be to refresh outright. I'd say go as far as exit.
App. No, there you go. Let me give that a shot.
Well, try to exit out of the app, turn your phone off, count 30 to 60 seconds, turn it back on, and then make the connection. And if it still is not doing it, that means there's an issue with your phone.
Yeah. I'm just on the computer now. So
you're on the
Let me make
computer?
a comment to Carolyn Ellis. No, they couldn't be. He said he stopped off at the dumpster and threw away his clothes from work, and it couldn't be his jeans that he was at work with, because when we saw him on the camera when he came home, he didn't have a bag in his hand or anything, and they were in the house already, so it can't be jeans from work that were in the blue bag, because there was cameras on him the whole time, so he never brought anything in from the truck, if you see what I'm saying. So that had to be something from the morning, do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Hey, Tiff, Ballet Babe,
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I feel like because I'm talking too much now, I'm not getting people a chance to talk. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
Leaving it on. Hey, for very first time catching live. Oh, cool. Leaving it on a chance. I'm glad you're here. Maybe I'm sure to help most people to sleep with his radio voice. Joker, yeah, he's got a nice voice. He does. It's very relaxing, but it's not like a boring relax. I don't know. It's just he's got a good radio voice. Yep. Juliana, what's up? How are ya? Why is red on my name? What do you mean, Scott B? Red on your name? Red on my name. What does that mean? Chloroform? But wouldn't chloroform be in her autopsy? Wouldn't it show up if you used chloroform? Right, Ballet Babe?
I would think so, yes.
Randy!
I'm here.
Yay! There he is.
Look at that hair. You look good. You look good.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Thank you. All you guys look wonderful as well. Definitely. You know that already. Tip, you look really well. Well refreshed. You got some good sleep.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. It took I did. I'm not under. Man, why can't I even think? I feel like my brain's a little slow the last couple of days, but you look good though too. Your hair looks just perfect, and you got this nice beard, and
It's the fluff. It's the fluff, I tell you.
yeah, it
I'm
does.
sorry. I'm just trying to tweak a couple settings here.
Man, I wish I could have came. We could have done one together, like when I was there. But oh well. Or if I could have came. But it's pretty cool doing it like this. We could do it like this whenever. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. I love you can bring other people on.
I know, it's so awesome. Does anybody else want to come on?
Hello.
So
Maybe, come on, get your butt up here.
Yes, maybe. Come on,
Mon
baby.
chéri, come on. She's like, nah, she's not coming.
Randy, if I might
Yes,
say,
sir.
your hair.
Oh yeah. Wait. Where did that go?
I was going to say your hair looks dapper.
Why, thank you, sir.
Truly. You've got the salt and pepper. You got the salt and pepper thing covered.
Salt and pepper. Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Definitely not gray though, guys.
I had that same look when I was about 20, so I know.
When you were about 20.
Yep.
How old are you?
Oh yeah.
Let's just say I'm a bit more than double that now. I am. I'm 40 plus.
Oh, you're a spring chicken there, my friend.
Oh, I'm still all right. No matter what I go through, hey, we always have to put our boots on and march forward either way.
And a pair of size 38 jeans at that.
Actually, 34.
I wish I could get into 34s. Yeah, I was going looking for some new clothes for tomorrow, and
Randy, what size? You're so skinny. What do you mean? I don't think.
Everywhere I go, they're out of my size. I'm like,
going to say, you have size 38 waist, Randy?
What size?
No.
Oh, that's what I thought.
I used to be. I used to be
smaller than 34 then.
Oh yeah, I'm down to like a 30, 29.
That's what I was thinking. I thought you meant you wish you were 34, like that you were bigger. I'm like, what are you talking about? There's no way you are. Okay.
I used to sport those 38s though pretty well. I tell you that.
Yeah, but then you lost like when you first moved back, you kind of gained your weight back, and then you just lost it all. Like, what happened?
Angelina,
Work,
come back on.
work. That's it.
Wait, what? What?
I lost the weight by working. No, what ballet they say?
I don't know.
Angelina said she should have stayed up there. I said, come back on.
Yeah. Why she no here? Why she no here?
Yeah,
Angela.
John Masterson was going to comment. Yeah, definitely sometime you could come on. That would be awesome.
Thought my
Hey,
wifey was
Sandra.
going to be on tonight. Where are you, Angelina?
As I say, was she on earlier?
Yeah, she was on.
Oh, cool.
Janet Williams. She says, hello, Tiff, Ballet Babe, Randy, and True Helper, the Fab Four.
Oh, what's up, Dan? How are you? I can't see no live stream on this.
There
Sure.
is, but I'm actually
Do you see
using my
live
phone,
comments
so.
up in the right side, Randy? Do you see where it says live comment? Click on that.
Yeah, you have to click on one or the other, either private chat or live comments. So
You won't be able to comment, but you can read them.
Oh, I see.
Somebody put Randalicious. Randy.
I agree. I second that.
My unit said Randalicious.
All my units in the house. What's up, my unit? How are you? How is everybody? Yeah, I'm just now starting to get the live stream now. John Masterson, what's up, Juliana? Hello, everybody. Well, maybe.
Maybe do you want me to get off so I can help you guys? Maybe you don't want Angelina to abandon her. Do they need help? I can get off.
Is it? Hey, Peggy Sue.
Tiffany, you got trolls there?
I think everybody's all right? I don't know. I'm missing a lot of chat, so I don't know. I'm trying to keep. It's hard to keep up with that and keep talking to you guys. Randalicious is awesome. Rand, you're getting between True Helper's voice, Randy's hair, and Ballet Babe, your protection.
My hot tub.
That's why Janet
Yes. Michelle said hi, Randy. Could you see the chat?
But for some reason mine has a little bit of a lag. I think it just needs to catch up some.
You got to work tomorrow, or are you off tomorrow, Randy?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. After the services, I'm going to work. Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, you are? You should have take off.
Yeah, I know. But
are you? Is that willfully? Are you just one of those that tries to work through it, or are you needed?
Yeah, that's basically willfully. Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you, maybe.
I keep the mind busy, and it just gets much better. Time heals all wounds.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Yes, sir.
Busy is the best.
Always.
So what do you guys want to talk about? Rand, what do you? Oh, I just thought you were bringing up a bottle of liquor. Rand, I thought that was like a bottle of soda. I was about to be like, what are you drinking?
He's got a little bit of Captain Morgan's in that Coke.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, thank you. I'll be back.
I wish I could jump in the hot tub and take you guys with me.
Well, you could.
Wow.
I mean,
we'd all get soaked. That might be a little.
You got a hot tub there, Ballet Babe?
You didn't see it?
No,
I'll take you outside and show you. Yeah, I had to turn it off the other night because we went down to 30 degrees. So I was hoping to ice skate the following day, but it didn't get cold enough. So I turned it back on. So hang on. I'm going to run this.
Oh, okay.
I know, isn't it?
Nice. Dude, yeah, I could use one of those in my backyard right now. It's freezing.
Oh, imagine how they could do wonders for your back. Don't you think?
That looks delightful. I'd hop in there right now.
I know, man.
Every night. I go in every night. Sometimes
All right,
I go in.
babe. We're on our way over.
All right.
Yeah, but don't have a toaster in there. Whatever you do.
A toaster what? Rand.
Hey, Randy, talk about dark places. Come on,
That
brother.
reminds me of Fear and Loathing. Have you guys seen that movie, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? That crazy has the toaster. Never mind. If you guys haven't seen it.
The hot tub time machine. Yeah,
Fear and Loathing. Oh yeah, Hot Tub Time Machine. I seen that one too.
yeah, it was hilarious.
Um.
I do that.
Hey Tiff,
Okay. So what?
somebody in chat said Stacy Barrett is her name. She said somebody needs to look at West Memphis 3 objectively from Jesse's confession to WM3 or to the WM3 release. Everyone seems to have an opinion on it, but objectively, I think different than I used to about WM3.
Who said that? Because man, I've been kind of wanting to do a video on that. I've been taking my time getting the information together. I'm kind of working on it very slowly because
well, you know me.
because I feel like my opinion is not what the majority thinks, so I'm a little nervous about doing it.
Yeah.
But
you know how I do. I'll link bomb you later with a bunch of intel about it. You know, I'll go over.
Yeah, I have a ton of it too. I have a lot of stuff. Me and Randy, we watched the oh my God, my brain is so slow today. What is that? What are the
Did you have your V8 today?
What?
Did you have your V8 today? I think you need to take a sip.
Oh my gosh, it's like right there. I can't get it.
The Discovery?
No, my memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been having that quite a bit.
Paradise Lost, the Paradise Lost movies, and then I just watched the West of Memphis. And then Randy, that's what I was trying to say. Randy, remember we watched that the Paradise Lost ones. We watched that.
Yeah,
we started just analyzing it, and we went from one theory to the next, and now I pretty much have this theory. But yeah, I'm kind of working on it. I got some of the Discovery transcripts, and then some of the from the trial and stuff. But what do you think, True Helper, about West Memphis?
I honestly, I don't really know too much about it. I've been so busy with everything else. I really don't know much.
Oh, I thought you said you. I was thinking you did. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was saying that usually I just hop on YouTube or Google and I'll just run a search engine, multiple different ways,
I see.
and, and then I'll come up with a bunch of links for it. So yeah, I'm sure it's all out there. I mean, I've heard of it in passing, but again, I just don't know enough to competently speak about it.
It's quite interesting.
Yeah, and they're all out, and I don't know.
Is that the one where the guy killed his dog or something too, or am I thinking of a different case?
No, that's no, it's not that one. They kill the 3 little boys. It's the 3 teenagers. Well,
I remember.
Damien Eccles, Jesse Miss Kelly, and
the one is still holding to his confession that they did it.
He won't associate with the other 2. The one that did the false confession, supposedly, he won't even associate with the other 2. But there's just it's a lot to get into now. But I feel like there's so many people because Johnny Depp is like a bunch of big names supported them. Like you had Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, the girl from what's the Dixie Chicks, right? Johnny Depp and Damien Eccles have like matching tattoos. They're like best buddies, and they kind of helped. I mean, with all their money and their connections, they got him out on that Alford plea or whatever. So they spent 18 years in jail. They're out. They're free. So I don't know. A lot of people really think they are innocent, and I don't know. It's just. I don't know if I'm a little nervous to.
That plea deal makes them guilty, right?
Well, they could still
shows their guilt.
Change that. You could still say they're innocent, but they have. Wait, how did they word it? Like they basically have to say that there's enough evidence to convict them, but they still say they're innocent, but there's enough evidence to convict them and to be guilty. Or I forget how that's worded, but what?
That's a crazy law.
It is. I think the state was worried that they said that they were probably going to win if they got a new trial, but I think the state was worried because they took that plea, they can't sue the state. They can't sue for like millions of dollars, which they probably would have tried. So I think they did, there's just like, shoot, I could walk free right now. Like they could walk free right away, or they could wait for the new trial and probably win, and then they could probably sue, but it would take years, and then they could probably get a bunch of money, but then they're missing years of their life because think about how long that could take.
Oh yeah.
You know, so they just chose to plea, and so yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It really is. All the documentaries that are made. Randy, you have to watch the new one. It's not a new one, but it's one that we didn't watch together that I never watched. That I actually watched. It's basically made after they got released. They made it. It's called West of Memphis. It's really good. I bought it off of YouTube videos. I rented it like last week. I watched it because I'm slowly kind of trying to do a video on it, but I'm nervous because I feel like I will probably get attacked because I know there's so many people that just are not going to agree with me. So I'm still debating. I don't know. I'm just nervous.
You're entitled to your opinion. What the heck is going on there,
I
Bolly?
know.
I want to show you my parrot.
Oh shit!
What's a Bolly bird?
There's Mally. Say hi. Say hi to everybody.
Oh hi. What's his name? Is it a girl or a boy or
What
what?
girl? Her name's
What's-
Mally.
Mally?
Mally.
That's a
Allie, oh,
beautiful
hi.
bird. That's a beautiful
Say
bird.
hi.
Did you teach her to say Zap girl yet, Bolly?
Hi, everybody.
Wow.
Pretty bird.
Wow.
She
How
was
long-
a. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask, don't they live for like 50 or 60 years?
Yeah,
I know
she'll
the
go
gray ones
outlive me.
live for like 80, but I don't know about that breed or that species. I mean,
Yeah, they live to be about 60 to 80, depending on, what kind of care they've
Oh.
had.
Yeah.
Molly-
You leave the back door open.
Oh, I had
The
one
light
fly away.
is not as long.
She don't know she knows how to fly.
oh,
She never I put her on the fence outside and she walks all around it, but
Man,
she's
she's
never
big.
actually taken off.
well, it's better that way.
Very tame.
How old is she?
She, as far as I know, she's about 15.
15, okay.
Oh,
She
she's
was
a
an abused
teenager.
parrot, and she was skin and bone. My neighbors bought her, and she hated them, and she fell in love with my husband.
Oh,
And when he got sick, she didn't like me at first. She actually would bite me all the time. So I got her. I gave her some wine one night, and we became very good friends.
Oh,
Hmm.
really? That's so
Isn't that funny?
she's a wino there. Oh,
Wow.
We've
that's
been best
awesome.
friends ever since. But
A little cheese in the line.
but I had to gradually take her away from him because they will rip their feathers out and stuff because those two were very close. He took her outside every day and stuff, so she had to get used to me and him not around. But she
Aw.
just did well.
Well, she has a great mom. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You're a good girl, aren't you? She's a good girl.
wow.
So you teased me one day because I always say "arg" when I'm in the chat, Randy. And I said I have a parrot, so I wanted to show you the parrot.
Oh, that's funny.
Bye. Say
See,
bye-bye.
I did picture Ballet Babe with a pirate's hat on all the time. I didn't picture the bird though.
Here's up in there.
I
As
did not.
most could probably tell by my profile picture, I'm an animal person. But so that being said, I'm curious, what is the normal diet for a bird like that? Like, what do you typically feed her and when? I don't know why. I'm just curious about that.
In the morning she gets fresh vegetables. She gets broccoli, peas, corn. She loves.
Wow.
She's not real fond of green beans, but
It's better
I
than
give
I
her
do.
a mixture of vegetables, and then she gets her seed in the afternoon, and then in the evening, I'll give her something special. Like she loves spaghetti. I think she's part Italian. I'm full-blooded Italian, so I make homemade sauce, and I'm telling you what, she would eat.
Oh,
she
you're
will eat-
full-blooded Italian, really? I am
Full-blooded.
too. Me too.
She will eat. She will eat those rigatonis. She will eat 12, 13 of them. She's a hog. Comes to spaghetti, aren't you? And then she gets a bowl of fruit later in the day, whatever I have in the house, bananas and that. But they eat a lot, and they have to have a variety to live a healthy life.
Well, no wonder why they live so long. It's because I guess they're picky eaters and they like good stuff. It's surprising. Honestly,
It's amazing how much she can eat, though, and she's like never. They don't gain weight.
No. A lot of birds usually don't gain much weight.
That's because they go as much as they eat.
Yeah.
You can say hi to everybody. So I'm going to put her back because she's stabbing my arm. I usually put something on my arm. And
I was going to say, that's
bye-bye.
a big word.
She's a
Huge
good bird.
word.
Wonder if she could see her, like in the video. Do you think they could see? So, Rand, what's up? And True Helper.
Nothing. I was just letting you guys talk, man. I came in late. You guys go. Yeah, no, I missed everything that was you guys were talking about. I don't even know what's going on. So I'm gonna start catching up on the chat.
Yeah, I was catching up on some chat too. I got my phone going by the next to the laptop, so I've just seen like so many different comments. It's really, people wonder why, and I think I was saying this to you, Tiff, the other day, but I had a couple people asking me, what makes Zav Girl Channel so special, and I simply replied,
For people,
just log on and stay for one live stream, and you'll see why so many people come and go, and they can come right back into chat and know that it's just a nice atmosphere. It's a nice environment. Everybody gets along, and even the very few and rare trolls that we get, they're always handled immediately. So it's always something. In other words, or getting back to my initial point, you're just looking at all the past comments in chat. It just, sometimes you get overwhelmed with some,
awesome
happiness.
people, aren't they?
It's just nice.
Very awesome people.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I know. I feel lucky.
Like I said
Awesome
before, and
mod.
I'll say it again. Every time I need to be cheered up, I try to go over all your comments, Tip, and all the other videos. And I tell you what, it helps. It does. It gets me where I need to be. Wonderful, wonderful people here. And, you do, Tip. You got wonderful.
Parker Jones. I know. I got awesome mods, awesome subscribers. They're just,
awesome.
I feel like so lucky. Like, I don't know. It's just, wow.
You
Yeah.
are. You're very lucky, Tip. And I'm so very happy for you, for everybody that has found your channel, and you've just done a lot of great things here, Tip. And in a short span of time.
Yeah, and I can say, Tiff, I've been around to most of the crime channels, and so much of them they're fighting with each other, and they have such nasty people in the chats. And you have really lucked out because and I think that's why you have such a following, because people are enjoying. They don't need all the drama. They don't want it. They just want to come in and have a conversation, and that's what you have to offer, and that they like it.
And not be afraid to give their opinion,
Yeah.
without being bashed. That's the way it should be. That's what this is for,
Like I said, that first live stream, I said it, and I still stand by it. I knew that you guys were onto something special and very good and positive that first night, because just your authenticity, your genuine emotions, the way that you respond to people, and it's more like a sub / just a fan type of live stream all the time. Everybody comes in, everybody's family, or it feels that way. And no quicker did I say that. I look down at chat and get people like Caroline Ellis and Lady Jane, Stacy W. It's just one after another. I could go on and on and on, but
Yeah, hi Carolyn. Sorry if I miss anybody. It's hard to read the chat and pay attention to.
You're dealing with good people when we say sorry and apologize so much for missing some of the comments or whatnot.
Yeah, that's true.
Other channels will be like, next.
But you don't want people to think you're ignoring them, but
exactly. And I agree with what you said earlier, Bally Babe. I've probably been through somewhere between 35 to 45 true crime channels, and I was subbed to almost every single one of them, and probably I'm subbed to maybe 4 now. And I learned very quickly after all the nasty comments and just people going back and forth, and then even other channels allowing moderators to speak so viciously sometimes others, and some of the wording and verbology. Now, don't get me wrong, I can cuss and throw a fit like the best of them, but I tell you one thing, the one thing I'm not going to do is sit there, especially as a moderator, and act like a fool just because somebody doesn't agree with me or doesn't have the same point of view, or even if you get the occasional troll, we just let them roll right off of our back and just get rid of them instead of just going after people all the time. It gets old very fast. And I think people don't realize, or at least some of those creators out there, they don't recognize that sooner or later, that agitation, that anger, and all that kind of that approach of using drama tends to fade off pretty quickly after a while. And then people just get tired of it. And then they realize that their stress levels are so high at the end of the show that, okay, yeah, it's like anything that's bad for us. We typically know we shouldn't do it, but sometimes it's like watching a bad train wreck. We just have to do it. But after that, I mean, what's done is done. And then we realize, like, oh, that was hard. And then we try not to do it again. And that's what basically made me dwindle my my viewership, so to speak, down to about 4 channels. And this obviously being
Me too. I'm only on a few.
It's a wild, wacky world out there.
I can't deal with the drama. I have enough drama in real life. I don't think that, to me, when you come on YouTube, it should be enjoyable, relaxing, fun, not have you a nervous wreck that you can't go to sleep after you turn it off, you know? So, yeah, and when I found Tiff, that's the same thing. It was just so different, such a different atmosphere, and you can just tell she was like so real. And yeah, I have a lot of respect for you, Tiff. You've done a fantastic job very quickly.
A lot of respect. You
too,
real,
Randy. You help.
I'm a witness. She is real.
Actually, Randy, before I forget, I actually had somebody email me the other day, and somewhere in the course of our back and forth, she had asked me to ask you, what got you into YouTube? And I don't know why that was specifically asked, but I guess they are just, I mean, I think, you know, as she said, she believes that women are more likely to be on YouTube than men, but that's not saying anything negative, just saying that women find it a bit more comfortable. And I mean, I guess I can see that, but you know, she was very curious as to how you got into it. And honestly, so am I. I'm curious. You know,
got into YouTube?
Yeah, like got into just broadcasting, just to be you know, a part of you know, helping Tiff out, being a co-creator, so to speak. You know,
I'm not even that actually. No, Tiff had asked me one day to come and just sit down with her and discuss this case, the Chris Watts case, actually. And I did it one time, and I mean, it went well. Everything went really good. It was the response, at least, because that's how I feel Tiff's format began. Her type of format, I should say, began. It was a unique, just a sit down video recording, and a lot of people took a liking to it, and I just came on once in a while, you know, like I do now. But the lives, I don't know. Tip asked me to do them. I'm there for my friend.
That's a good answer. I think that's as good as any, really. Yeah. And honestly, I kind of felt the same way. I was, you know, looking into kind of the same thing, because I was asked the same question. And as I had said, I was nowhere near any of you guys, or you or Tiff or anybody else for that matter. But I you know, I've seen so many good and positive things that were capable by being on YouTube. And
definitely.
I figure, you know, I'm at that point in my life where, heck, I might as well start sharing, you know.
Exactly. Spread it. Spread the, you know, the love, the realness. God knows a lot of the world needs it. Yeah, that's about how it all started, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Our very first video.
Well, my first video wasn't me in front of the camera. I did a couple videos where, like, that morning. One of my first videos was the morning video, loading the truck. And I did a couple of them before I actually got in front of the camera. And I was kind of nervous to get in front, because I mean, people were liking it. And it was like, shoot, I'm just going to do it. Screw it. But I wanted Randy there. They're like, Randy, be with me. I want my first time being in front of the camera. I was just really nervous.
Nice.
And so, wasn't it the first time? I think
It was, and I was
yeah,
so
the
glad
first
to see that.
time. And then yeah,
glad.
he helped me get over my nerves. And yeah, we had fun, and people loved him. And
Yes.
so yeah, I mean, we try to do it. I try to do a video with you at least once a week. I think we were doing it like every Wednesday. We used to do it. Yeah, and then but yeah, that's how that started. I started actually. I had a channel with my nephews that I started because I loved the editing. I was just editing like all the fun effects, and my nephews were loving it. And we just did silly stuff like pranks and stuff. And that's how I kind of learned how to edit. I like messed around with the editing and stuff. We have like 1,000 subscribers. I mean, nothing major, but it never was monetized or anything. But we had a lot of fun. I did it for like a year. I did their channel. And then as I was doing their channel, that's when I started just getting into the Watts case so big time. Like I watched so many videos and just read the discovery and was so into it that I decided, you know what, I'm just going to just do a video on that and throw it out there. And I did it, and I don't know, that's how I kind of started my channel. What is that?
Hello? I think that's Sally, babe.
I don't know why I know you guys didn't ask me that, but I just share but how I got into it really. I love the editing process. It's just fun. It was fun for me to like just all the cool like neat effects you could do with it, and like I don't know.
I wouldn't know. I don't know how to do any of that shit.
Oh, I could tell you were good at that because when I saw you wanted some of your first vids, I could tell that you had, the editing thing down pat. And I was also going to talk to you about that later on because I could definitely use a hand with that kind of stuff. But I remember exactly where I was when when you guys posted the first live stream. I was still moderating, and still do, obviously, for Mr. Rice there. And out of the blue, I got a notification. It was like a recommended or something because I think I had viewed maybe one of your videos before that, just one of your solo streams or one of your solo video that you had put together. And next thing you know, the rest is pleasant history.
Yeah,
we did our live wasn't our first video together. We did like recorded ones first because I didn't think I could do lives. There was an issue. I forget what happened.
I meant with me.
I remember that.
So I remember what happened. That lady. But anyway, so we did a couple. We used to do discussions where it wasn't lives. We just discussed it. It was like pre-recorded one. Yeah. Those were our first ones. But then our first live, that's when you came. But
I thought it was odd because for a change, YouTube was actually, I guess, working for us for once, and sent me a recommended because that was another thing too that coincides with what I'm speaking about with the notifications. YouTube is definitely taken not a good liking to a lot of true crime channels and a lot of news networks for that matter. If you're not mainstream media, it seems like they're either banning or they're not giving recommended or putting
not suitable for advertisement.
Yeah, exactly. And
they need to release the list of words that we can't say then. I mean, I don't know what it is.
Oh, I thought I sent you that list.
Oh,
I will.
Yeah.
Sorry, you gotta remind me.
I try to watch what words I use, but it doesn't even matter. And then the thing that makes me mad is if you're like, I know that I didn't say anything wrong, and then you do request a human review. Usually it takes you have to have at least 1,000 views in a week to get them to watch it, but it takes them a while. Sometimes it takes them up to a week. Sometimes it takes them a day, but you miss all those first. That's when you get the most views when you first put it out, and you miss it. And then when they say, "Oh, sorry, I made a mistake," it's fine. You don't get that back. You miss out on all those views, and they still run the ads on your video. They still run them. So who's getting that? That means YouTube is stealing everybody's ad revenue, and then they're like, "Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Yeah, your video's fine." Well, if you're saying it's fine, then you just screwed me. They just something's got to change because all true crime. If you look at true crime, is all about like violent. I mean, so because if you look at their policy, you can't talk about violence or sex or certain things. Well, how do you have a true crime channel and not talk about like a violent act or not? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So how
but not get paid for it.
Exactly.
Did you ever, any of you ever watch 411 Now?
is that guy, right?
Oh, with
Will?
Will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched it. I know.
He put a really good video out about all these new changes that YouTube is doing.
Yeah.
It was a month or so ago. I deleted all my videos because of it, because I don't know what's right and what's not, but they're finding people. And you know, I don't feel like I was doing it for fun. I'm not really doing it for money, so I don't really need to be fined.
Fine. What do you mean? Wait, what?
I don't know. Can you explain it, True Help, or I don't know?
Oh, are
explain
you
it.
talking about the child appropriate material?
You're
Or
talking about
rating?
Coco?
Yeah, but he said even he had to take down
Oh,
many
yeah.
of his
Yep.
videos, and he never talked about child stuff.
Well,
I thought.
you know, one of the biggest things with that is since the passing of COPA, that the Child Protective Act that YouTube was hit with many moons ago.
Yeah.
But I think they're more so using that as an excuse to go through and try to make changes or make these creators make certain changes, because they don't want to get caught being seen as a publisher. Because, you know, when you sit there and try to control and direct some of these YouTube creators, you in essence are in fact you're becoming sort of like a publisher. And the problem with that is they don't want to be seen anything other than just a straightforward social media platform, because then if they're seen as a publishing type of company or corporation, then now they're liable for all the content that's on this platform. So the issue is answering your question, they have been utilizing a bunch of different things to their benefit, I believe. And that's something, Tiff, I don't want to say too much on this live stream, but after the fact, you and I will catch up, because there's a lot of creators, believe it or not. I'm directly in touch with no less than about 16 to 17 creators that we all feel the same way. When talking about what has been happening on this platform, that, you know, there's some pretty shady stuff. Well, you were saying that it takes up to a week for them to manually review a video, and then by that point, you've lost all the AdSense and all that. And not getting into it about all the money aspect, but when it boils down to it, a lot of let's just say that 2 + 2 is 4. And when you really start opening up your mind and looking at it outside of the typical way some might think about it, yeah, you start putting a lot of things together and realizing that there's something much, much bigger than just worrying about protecting others on this platform. And unfortunately, you know what? Yeah. Is it also that they're trying to watch themselves and trying not to get in legal trouble or get in trouble with the government? Sure, absolutely. But however, there's just one too many creators that have had this issue where they have automatically, in many cases, demonetized and or, you know, not promoted other people's channels just because. And then they come in and say, oh, well, whoops, excuse us. You know, okay, here, we'll go ahead and do it now. Well, you know what? What if somebody comes out of the blue and say, okay, well, then let's do the estimated generated cost of what we missed in those views and from the AdSense, and how about you pay that back? I guarantee you they say, oh, well, that's not our policy, we can't do that. So you know what, when it all boils down to it, what I guess I'm trying to say is, sorry if I confused most, as I almost confused myself. The bottom line is, I believe it all boils down to the almighty dollar. It
Yeah,
really
me
does.
too.
It really does. Begins and ends with it. And if all those actions that have been took here lately doesn't prove that fact, come on, it's common sense.
Well, there's a lot of creators that have thousands and thousands of subs that shut down. They just shut down because they didn't want to deal with it or take a chance of being fined.
Yeah, I mean, look at PewDiePie, for crying out loud. I think I brought him up before, but he had, what, 100 million viewers or whatever. And I'm not sure if he's still on this platform or not, but hey, you know, for a person that supposedly is an atheist or is not political in any way and all that stuff, to really start going on and on and on, and then all of his friends do as well, about these new changes and all these new algorithms that just automatically, you know, demonetize videos. I mean, I gotta remember, you know, in a lot of cases now, there are many creators that got used to YouTube actually being a way of life that puts the food on the table and keeps the lights on for them. And for them to sit there and say all of a sudden, okay, well, yeah, we're just going to shut you down, but then they're still making money while they shut you down. That's not fair. It ain't right. And I think sooner or later, yeah, there's going to be some
It's a process.
Did you know all that was going on, Tiff?
Yeah. I mean, as far as what, like,
well, like people were getting people are shutting down and stuff because of all the new rules, and people are
No, I
afraid of
guess I
getting
didn't
fined.
know. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know people were getting fined. I know like true crime channels are having problems because they're not suitable, a lot of the content, but I didn't know that there was people getting fined. No, I've never gotten fined. What are they getting fined? I mean, they don't just take the video down, they're actually getting fined. Like, what do you, I don't understand this.
I don't know if there's actually been fines or they're threatening to fine. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I don't believe that fines are just placed on them. Just you know, I'm sure that they're doing something, and they're being made aware of what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then if they don't change, then they're fined. I don't believe that the initial fine is like right then and there.
So then
They
what?
have to do something. They've got to be doing something.
So you're saying that these people are shutting down I mean, they're not getting shut down by YouTube. They're just shutting their channel down because they're scared. Is that what?
Yeah, some are shutting down just because they don't want to deal with it.
Yep.
Take a
And they're
chance.
going elsewhere to make the money that they need to live by. You know, what
And
they've
to a
been doing
different
here on YouTube for a long time, all of a sudden they're getting their knees cut out from underneath of them, and they're just tired of it, and they're wrapping up shop, you know. And it's a shame. It's sad that a lot of creators are going through that. But I do know one thing that would say, for example, if YouTube comes along and they shut down a live stream, or if they strike you for whatever reason, all the donations and any money that was made via AdSense, whatnot,
Yeah,
automatically
goodbye.
goes to them, and they just hold it. Doesn't, you could have made like $10, you could have made $1,000. Every last dime will go to them, and I think that's way unfair. You know, they're
That's
not
why
doing
it's
anything, and I'm not taking anything away from them. I mean, look, God bless them. They created this platform. I personally have always enjoyed YouTube. I think there's so many different creators, and there's so much different content that we all get to enjoy and sit back and just have a good time by. But at the end of the day, you know, you've got to pick which side of the fence that you're on. You know, you're either a social media platform and you're just going to let people go and truly do what you say that you are supposedly are all about, or you're actually a publisher, in which case you have every right to censor, to steer, to direct, and to demand all of these things that you are. And I get it. You know, you've got to declare whether you're a kids type channel or if you're an adult rated channel. I get all that. I really do. And I'm sorry if my wording's not maybe 100% accurate here, but
yeah. But what
people do.
you know, as far as the kid stuff, okay, I agree with that 100%. But these channels that come on where everybody's fighting and the filthy language that's going on and showing these filthy pictures, and they let that up, but yet they're shutting down good people that, you know, might have said something or done something that they weren't even aware was wrong. That's messed up to me. If they're worried about the kids, they need to get the garbage off of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But I think a lot of these new algorithms that came into play, not the newest ones, but the ones a little while ago when it seemed like all the not all, but almost all the crime channel creators were just battling against these. It was basically to a degree of mass anger. You know, I mean, a lot of shit was really getting out of hand. And so I think that's, you know, that set of algorithms that they had redone there, it was serving a purpose, but now it's just, they still need to tweak them. They need to, I mean, damn, we have AI. We came so far with AI. It's unbelievable. So as huge as YouTube is, Google is, they need to tweak their algorithms a little bit finer to where, you know, it's the people who are out there and trying to really have a true good channel are able to do that and still be monetized for it. So it's not going to be long. This is a work in progress. And I mean, they had to hurry up and come out and do something quickly because you have all kinds of people pressuring them. Let's do something now. And so they did. But unfortunately, the small people are paying for this. And so, yeah, it just sucks. But I think it's going to get better. I pray. I don't, my opinion.
I thought it was getting better. It for like a month, what was it, about like a month ago or so, or a couple months ago, it started kind of getting better, and then now it's going back to not. If that makes sense. Like my videos were getting accepted, and now the last couple weeks, now everyone is getting denied. So I don't know. I thought they fixed it for a minute. I was really happy, and now it's worse. I feel like so. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
hopefully it
the
starts
be-
to feel.
the best thing to do if you want to donate to Tiff, and Tiff did not tell me to say this, go through PayPal or become a Patreon, because she's guaranteed to get it that way.
Well,
It's just a shame, though. It really is. And I believe it was hard on Tiff at the time too, and because we always said that we weren't going to profit off anything, from the Watts, the family being murdered. But then it dragged on so long, and so long. It's still going on. It got to the point to where almost every hour of her, she'd wake up and she'd just work constantly, hour by hour on this. She needed something, some type of recompensation for what she was doing, and yet still feeling guilty for like a donation. People would make her feel guilty because she would get a $9 donation. It just makes you feel like crap. But that's not the reason, it's just they need to tweak a little bit.
Well, you have to pay to get copies of stuff and
and I mean,
and the thing is, it makes me mad is when they still are running the ads, but they're saying it's not suitable. Then why are they still running the ads? Then don't run them. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, I
why
agree.
would you run them? Take them off the video then. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. If it's not suitable, then don't run the ads. It's
not fair.
It doesn't make sense. I don't get that. I wish I could talk to somebody from YouTube and ask them, well, then if it's really not suitable, why are you running them? I don't get it. I don't know. But there's how do we talk to them? There's no phone number. They're like my partners, like the YouTube partner program. They're like 50-50 partners, but you can't ever talk to them or
can't reach them.
Only 50% of the time.
Well,
crazy.
From what I understand, one of the best ways to get in contact directly with YouTube is to utilize Twitter, and I think it's at YouTube or at Team YouTube or at YouTube Creators, one of the other ones. But I know the first one is one of the most accurate ones that I've heard of, at YouTube.
But I don't have it. Do I have to have a Twitter to use it?
I think so. Honestly, I don't have any
one.
other social media other than YouTube, and really YouTube.
Yeah, I don't have Twitter. I have Facebook.
Just logging on and watching videos for the most part. So
I have a Twitter account. You can go on as Ballet Babe if you want to.
Oh,
there you go. Hey, you can follow everybody. Just use Ballet Babe. Use and just get everybody.
I don't like it. I went on a couple times and I really didn't care for it, but I just never closed it. I don't really go on there. Facebook and here is about the only two.
How do you get in contact with YouTube on Twitter though? I don't confuse. Who do you go to?
Well, when you shoot out a message, it's like anytime somebody tweets, as they call it. I mean, it's all you got to do is once you create an account, I guess you go to the specific channel or page, or I'm not sure, the account, I guess, at YouTube, and then you just I'm not sure if you start a conversation. Again, honestly, I've never used it before. I think I signed up for it, but I got blocked out of it for some reason, and I just gave up because honestly, it's just not worth all that headache. And
no, you have to sign up for it. You have to go in and give them your email, and and you're literally signing up for it, just like here. And then every now and then they'll send me an email saying, "Oh, so and so said this, or so and so said that." I don't really care,
It was like that. I don't know if anyone remembers the humble beginnings of Reddit and all of those places. I initially subscribed to a bunch of those different websites a long time ago and apps like years ago, and I'd always get all these notifications. So and so said this. Go look at so and so's feed or follow such and such and watch them make a mud pie and this and that. And I'm like, no, just no, no thanks. I got enough crap going on around my own personal life. I don't need to be.
They'll try to suck you in, don't they?
I give people a lot of credit that even still do the Facebook thing. I mean, honestly, I haven't
Oh,
had
I
it
love
in years, and
Facebook.
I just
I love
honestly just
Facebook.
not interested, I guess, or
Well,
I'm just
see,
kind of busy. I don't got nothing personal towards it, but
well,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
my
go
whole
on it
family's
much.
on there. That's why. I mean,
oh,
my
that's
family's all over the United States. I don't have anybody. My son lives in Tampa, but everybody else is scattered over the United States. So, I mean, I don't hang on there like I do here,
Yeah.
but I go on at night just to see who left me messages. And of course, I'm political, so I get myself in trouble there. But
Oh, it
it's
sounds like
fun.
you and I would get into a lot of trouble because I'm the same
Oh,
way. Too
and
political for my own good.
I've thrown so many people off my page. It's like, get off. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. Go post on your own page. Leave me alone.
Exactly.
That is
Like,
rude.
you have the
Randy.
Uh,
I'm over here just shaking my foot. Mm-mm.
Well, these are people I know. I mean, I actually threw my cousin off my page.
oh shoot!
You gotta love family.
Wow.
I mean, it's like, if you don't agree with me, I don't care, but just don't post it on my page. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Just keep it in
Oh
your head. That's it.
shoot!
That's the same way I'd be.
Mm.
I just
But
don't
you
want
know what? I don't have anybody bothering me anymore now that I've knocked a few off. I've told them. I posted.
Oh wow, you laid down the
I
law
posted.
there.
Don't give me trouble or I'm going to knock you off. I don't care if you're related to me or not.
to. God bless you.
Wow.
That cuts out a lot of stress in your personal life. So good for you for
It
doing
does.
that.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've gotten in one too many arguments online many moons ago, and I just learned I just back away from the keyboard. I don't engage anymore unless if it's something that I honestly feel strongly about, or if it's standing up for somebody else or trying to help somebody out. Then of course I'll obviously, as all of you can tell, I have no problems with talking about things. But yeah, as far as taking abuse from a keyboard warrior that's stuck in their mommy or daddy's basement from Nowhereville, USA, or wherever it might be, I don't have any time, or even do I want to entertain a troll like that, So I walk away from the argument.
Oh, sounds like ballet, babe. You got that keyboard warrior shit down pat.
Oh,
Better
shit.
watch
Wow.
this lady.
My point is, if you have a different opinion, post it on your page. I don't go on their pages and say you're wrong for saying that.
Oh, you don't ask for their opinion. I see.
No, I
They just
don't. I don't comment. It's them commenting on something I say negative towards the party I am for.
Yeah.
And so they can say what they want, but I don't get into it. If they post something that I disagree with, I'm not going to sit there and argue with them. Like True Hopper said, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Yeah. Much more better things to do with your time.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm just reading the comments, but yeah,
That's
no,
okay.
I mean, I agree. Yeah, so what else we got here?
I'm laughing at some of the comments.
Somebody just said a little bit, actually said, cut the drama off. I couldn't agree with that. I couldn't agree with it more. And again, it is just that easy to close out a page or just use a certain website or a certain channel alone, and then you'll be safe. That's how it is. But
people can't do that,
Yep.
But no, you're right. You're right, my friend. It's that easy.
But I think a lot of social media platforms, and not even the platforms themselves, but I think a lot of our society now is so groomed to the social media, experience, as some might refer to it as, they just can't help themselves but to constantly log on and check how many likes they have, or watch the comments or whatever else. And that's all well and fine. Everybody should do that from time to time. But sometimes, for example, I'll just use an example. Scott Reich's most recent video, I think it was a follow-up that included something about NK and a few other topics. But we had so many negative comments in there. And certain streams, just certain the individual conversations, the replies went on and on and on and on and on, and to the point we finally just said, okay, we're just going to start deleting these comments, because people before you knew it, you know it's pretty bad when you say have about 500 comments at the top of the video, and half of them are people going back and forth, and then they start calling names and just it's just disgusting. You know,
It is. But it sucks so bad though to delete a person's comment. It just killed me. It really does.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to, Randy.
Out there trying to, of
Oh, I
course,
get what he's saying.
controls, but I hate having to delete what somebody says.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
but I see. You got to do it. Sometimes you got to do it. And it's just, it sucks. It really does, because they're silencing themselves.
Because if they're causing trouble, and it's not good to keep some, because if they're just purposely trying to cause trouble, then some people, they don't want to be around that. They don't want to. I don't know. So I think it's one thing to have a different opinion, but it depends on how they approach it. Like you can kind of tell on people if they're just in there to try to cause trouble, or they're just have a different opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
I welcome different opinions and disagreements, but not when you're just, when people are attacked, like they attack you on a personal level, or talk about something that you're not talking about it. Like,
Oh, I've done it a couple of times already. I mean, just point blank had to delete them out real fast.
Ninja RG9, hey!
That's when you know that you have one of those personable types that you really have to watch out for, because if you throw any kind of gas onto the fire that they bring into the chat or the comment sections, you can really even end up in trouble, because then they get into reporting your video, they try to make accusations, and then I've been hearing a lot more about this whole dark web stuff as of recent. And you know what? Just I wouldn't even concern yourself with anything like that, because then they say these trolls, they go over there and start talking all this crap, and you got to watch out because they'll destroy you. Look, it's like anything else in life. Just prepare yourself. Have a decent identity theft type of program to you, like Lifeline's a good one. LifeLock. Gosh, I mean, there's a million of them, but just Google top 10 best identity security apps and stuff like that, and just make sure that you run and operate on a decent enough laptop and all that, and you'll be safe, but there's just so many out there that they'll say, oh, well, I'm going to take this argument to the next level. Well, that's fine. Go ahead. See you. Have a nice life. Because what? I'll probably never see you. I'll never meet you. And frankly, I don't give a damn what you have to say about my life, just because you're getting upset at me because my opinion differs than yours.
True. But I think the creators, a lot of creators, also need to do a little bit of a better job, as far as going through and looking at their viewers and what's actually going on during a live stream, or even the replays. I think they should be looking at this, as a good, if you're a good creator, you would look at that and you would see, and you would definitely know who is going to be your problem, what is going on. You can watch it unfold, and if there's something that's very disturbing going on, or that you see a pattern that something's going to take place, stop it. The creator, stop it.
That's the key. Nip it in the butt right away, because if they know they can come on and get away with it, it will just get worse.
That's why good moderators, that are.
There you go.
Are awesome.
Moderator. That's the key. That's part of the game plan. You have to have a good moderator.
You have to be responsible for the people that are in your channel. You got to look after your people too. So
but you got to trust your moderators that they're making the right call and doing what you would want. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
If you don't have time to look through all the comments, just if you trust your moderators enough that they're deleting the right ones and keeping the right ones, that you got to trust them and have good moderators. So
sometimes I give them a warning, and that does it. They usually apologize. Hasn't happened often, but
no, I mean, for as long as Chip you've been on, I don't think we really haven't had that much problem with trolls,
Well, the only troll you really have, that's me. I'm the professional. I'm the moderator troll.
Oh, you're funny.
Not bad at all.
No, but I agree. And you know what? I actually learned that a long time ago, that any decent channel must have a good support system. It must have a good skeleton makeup, so to speak. You know, with YouTube is like any other business that's out there. You just have a good, well thought out, well-rounded, decently structured game plan. And when you come on a social media platform, thus you must have people that are able to do a good job at moderating these channels, because especially with certain chats and being what they are now, and now all the new rules and the newer algorithms and stuff like that YouTube has come up with, I mean, you can be shut down in a moment's notice and not even realize why until it's too late. And that's why, you know, I've seen a lot of moderators too. And it's why I'm impressed with a lot of channels that do some of these side conversations. You know, some use like WhatsApp, or they have like the chats and all that stuff. But they really, at the end of the day, they come up with a good system to discuss everything they need to do with their moderators on the chat.
That's what they should do.
It helps in the end. It really does.
Yes.
That was just nice about having a chat, but we don't have that anymore. It's kind of nice to have a way to communicate.
Yeah. I know. I agree with that. I miss that. Okay, I think I'm going to have to go check the air on my tires.
Oh, you don't smoke inside?
It's raining. No, you
Okay.
silly.
I don't know. I don't know.
He said I got to check the air on my tires.
Yeah, it's raining out, so I think I have the dry air in them, so it's not going to work.
You need to quit smoking.
I
wish I could get him to quit smoking. That's what
I
my
know,
husband.
because his whole family's got like lung issues, Randy. Like his parents both had.
I don't smoke. I like that cigarette and the paper on there just burn. I don't know why it smokes, but I don't.
If you could see someone dying that has COPD and emphysema, you'd have a whole different outlook.
Yeah, but I used to smoke too, and you're not gonna convince somebody if they don't really see it themselves.
They have to want to. Yeah,
they have to want to.
Exactly. You know, it's funny too. Well, it's not funny, not in any way, shape, or form, as I've actually sat by the bedside of many people, you know, through their last moments of life, through hospice and everything else, but that have suffered all these different lung-associated diseases caused by smoking and all that. But yet, you know, the government will sit there and talk about all these different things that are illegal and that are bad from their point of view. But yet they allow liquor stores and bars on almost every corner. They allow the sale of smoke, of any type of nicotine product, in almost every single store in the United States of America. And yet they have the audacity to wag their finger at a lot of just everyday people about, oh, well, you can't smoke something from God's green earth, or you can't try this, or you can't do that. Well, what? Maybe a little bit of a hypocrite there, possibly, but
what got me is when they were picking on how big the soft drink should be at the movie theater. It's like, really?
Bloomberg's thing. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Yeah.
My husband's dying, and you're talking about how big the soft drinks are at the movie theater. Really? And you're still selling these cancer sticks. I mean, it's wrong. It's just so wrong.
Just makes you scratch your head. It really does. Trying to figure out where they're coming from, what their mindset is, that they think that way, or I don't know. I just think
tax money. They're getting a lot of tax money from it.
Yep, exactly. I agree.
But I was going to film him when he was dying, and I really was, and I was going to put it on YouTube and say, this is how you will end up. And I couldn't do it. I wanted to, but I just couldn't do it. It was too hard.
I was going to say that had to be very difficult. So I don't think anybody would blame you for not doing something like that. And then you'd have to relive it, and then everybody commenting on it, or that would just be probably pretty painful.
I've put some a lot of information up on Facebook at times, and I said, if I can get one person to quit smoking, then I've accomplished what I'm set out to do. But you know, I think they have to want to. It's just like someone that drinks. If they don't want to, they're not going to. And that's why I couldn't make my husband quit. He just didn't want to. So,
have you ever smoked, Valley Babe?
I never did, and I when I married him, I told him, if we're gonna do this together, you're going outside. You will not smoke in the house. I will not be inhaling that. If you want to kill yourself, go ahead, but you're not going to kill me. And when he got real sick, I said, do you wish you would have listened to me now? And he said yes, but it was too late. What he did, he was ordering medication. He was ordering emergency inhalers. Get this, from India, for 2 years before I found out. When I found out, and I finally got him to a doctor, which he did not like doctors and he didn't want to go. But when I got him in there, he was already in stage 4. I had no idea he even had it. And it was like, oh my God, 5.5 years of hell, watching him slowly go down to being able to do nothing but lay in bed. So if any of you smoke out there, you really need to quit, because you're killing yourselves. And to your family members that have to watch you die like that, it's horrible. It's just horrible. I mean, he was literally letting out screams for 24 hours before he died, gasping for air. It was horrible.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
please try to quit if you smoke. And get your pepper spray out.
You should be like a salesperson for pepper spray or something. They need to hire you to.
Hey, you know what, Tiff?
Really
you know what, Tiff? You just gave me an idea for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hook up with Amazon, seriously. And if people buy stuff through Amazon, you will get a cut from that.
Oh yeah, the Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can do it with different things, like that would have to do with your channel, like I'm trying to give you an example, but I know Amazon is one of them that you can hook up with them, and anybody that buys anything through Amazon, if they click on the link that you have up, they'll give you a link, and then when they buy that, whatever it is, you will get a cut out of that. So it's another way to build it up.
I was going to say, I can catch up with you later on about that. I have a friend of mine that actually does that kind of thing through marketing companies and all that. So he's an actual representative through Amazon and helps people, to get established with it, because he's been trying to get me to do something like that.
But so they use your link, and then I don't understand. So they could buy anything, but as long as they're like through your link. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're kind of advertising for them, I guess.
It's self-promotion.
Okay. So do I have to advertise? Do I have to talk about it? You mean, or I don't know?
No. You just put a link in your description where your where your PayPal is and your email.
Yeah. Okay.
People just put it in there. Some people sell specific things, like I've seen some people like that have makeup channels. They have makeup companies that if they advertise for, they'll get a cut back if people buy it. Eyelashes, So
where do I get it? Where do you get a link, or how do you do that? Well, we can talk about it.
Contact Amazon. You have to contact Amazon somehow.
That's pretty cool. That's crazy. Wow. Well, I might have to check that out. Thanks.
Amazon would be a good one because they sell so much stuff.
Let's see here. Dangerous was new. Okay, so I don't know, guys. I might try to end this. We've been on for a while. How long have we been on? Thanks for coming on, guys.
Almost 3 hours.
You're welcome.
You guys help me out. I'm so happy. You can come on whenever you want.
We love you, Tiff.
I know. I love you guys. You guys can be regulars, regular guests.
Next time I'll put y'all right in the hot tub. I just
set it up. Like, get a table or somewhere where you can set up your camera, and you can just.
Oh my God. I can do my water ballet in the tub.
There you go.
Oh my.
Do you do that?
No.
No.
Usually when I get in there, it's usually because I'm completely exhausted because I've just got done working out or walking 3 or 5 miles, and that's like my that's what I do to unwind at night, because ever since my husband died, I've been having really hard time going to sleep. So I'm finding that if I do these things that unwind, like get off YouTube by midnight or something, you know, shut things off.
Yeah.
I can go to sleep better. But gotta shut everything off.
Yeah, usually it takes about 20 to 30 minutes after you shut TV off and all the internet stuff. Usually it.
Well, what if you go to bed with it on, though?
Well, and honestly, you don't get, supposedly, I should say, the Neurologist Association of America actually says that if you do leave a lot of TV or radio or anything like that on, you'll cause your brain to not get the REM sleep that is truly needed because you don't, truly fall into that zone. And I guess they say you need at least supposedly between like an hour to 3 hours of that every night. So I don't know. I've always been about a 3 to 4 hour sleeper. So,
Well,
a night? Wait, you like go 3 to 4 hours a night? Are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes. Well, Tiff,
like every night? I mean, I do that like a couple days through the week when I just go to bed too late, but like every night, you're saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tiff, you kind of know what I have going on a bit. So I'm not really your normal, person. But I mean, honestly, I've kind of always been like that, though. I've usually, if I'm tired, I'll sleep. And if not, usually, if I see 6 to 8 hours, maybe once or twice a week, that would be a lot, But
you sound just like me. Oh,
I agree.
Scary.
I agree, Drew.
Do you take naps, though, at all?
I try, honestly, but I mean, it just depends on when it is, if I can squeeze time to time. Yeah, I'll try a power nap, usually between 20, 40 minutes, something like that, but not saying it always works.
Actually, since I've been having all these eye issues, I have been told by my eye doctor, time on your phone or your internet or your TV, they all give off a blue light, and it's really bad for your eyes. And you can get cheap glasses. Here we go again at Amazon. You need to set up a link, Tiff.
Yeah.
But I got a pair for like, I don't know, $9, and I wear them when I am watching TV late at night. And I don't know if it helps or not, but
they really do.
Since I'm told that it's bad for your eyesight, I'm gonna wear them.
So it's the glasses that block out that blue light. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
it blocks out a specific spectrum of light, which, as they say, it supposedly harms your eyes if you watch it or view it for too long. So they're called blue blockers. You can actually get them almost anywhere now.
Right? What do they look like? Do they look?
The internet usually use them a lot.
Glasses, just like cheap glasses.
They have
a little bit of a yellow tint.
Change your settings on. Knock out the blue light as well.
Yeah, yep. And some have a little bit of a tan color to them. Others, they come in all different kinds of shapes and sizes and all that good stuff. But they are worth it. They will help you, especially if you get headaches if you're on the internet a lot.
There you go, Tiff.
Yeah,
you really can.
Okay.
Oh, you have the clear lenses.
Oh, yeah, they just look like put them on. Put them on.
That look good with my headset.
A friend of mine over at Leak Project.
They don't do anything for your sight. They dim the light.
You can tell when you put it on. You can tell a difference.
Yeah, definitely.
You can see your screen. I can see what you're looking at.
Guys,
I'll have to try it sometime.
Is that your password?
I mean, I'll have to buy a pair. I should say.
Everybody have a good night. God bless you guys. I gotta get going.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get going too.
All right, thanks, Tiff. Well,
it's not because I don't want you guys to think it's because I don't want to talk to you, but sometimes when it hits a certain time limit, when it's so long, it's already over 3 hours. It's better to keep it. I like to keep them around 2 hours, but we had fun, so we did 3 hours. But
yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, bye, Randy. Oh, he already left. Okay. All right, bye, everybody. John Masterson, real quick. Let's do it next time. All I need is your email and who else? Wait. I don't know how I always. Your name's okay. Hot Scorpio. How do you even say your name? But all I need is your email, so we could set this up. Email me sometime this week or before I do my next live, and I'll have it. And then when you come, all I got to do is send you a link through your email, and you guys could come on as a guest. So let me know. So, because I'm every time I do a live, I want to have guests on, and maybe Ballet Baby, True Helper, and Randy will probably be regular that'll come on often. And yeah, let's get some people in here. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
thanks,
join
guys.
us. Love you, Tiff. Have a good
Love
night.
you guys. Yeah, you too, Ballet Babe. Thanks so
Good night,
much, True
everybody.
Helper.
All right. God
Bye.
bless you.
Thanks, mods. Angelina, maybe. What other mods are here? Emma, if you're watching.
I know maybe
I sound like I'm accepting an award. When they thank everybody, I don't know. True Helper, thank you again. Are you there?
and thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Always.
Okay, guys. Well, yeah. Until next time, maybe we'll come on. When should we do this again? I don't know. Well, you know what? No, because the movie's tomorrow. So maybe Sunday or Monday or sometime.
Yeah,
either
that'd be great. Maybe a
soon
follow-up.
after the movie, because I want to discuss it, and I'm gonna.
Let's try the night after the movie comes out. That would be perfect.
So tomorrow's the movie. So Monday or Sunday. I mean,
Sunday. Yeah.
are you
I think that'd work
available
out.
Sunday?
I think it's perfect.
Okay. All
Okay.
right, guys. Thank you all.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep. Good night. Love y'all.